live. How you guys doing?
Let's
Welcome in.
go. Let's
That's right.
go.
We having a
We
wonderful event tonight.
live. That's how
That's
you gotta
right.
say it. We live,
We are
baby.
live. We are live. A wonderful event for you guys. Cannot wait. We have some awesome guests, as you guys may or may not know. Definitely thanks for coming and hang out with us. Definitely appreciate
Yes,
that. As always, we got some people in chat already. Let's go.
that's
Yeah,
right.
you're first. You're first, Derek. We were just testing out chat. You're first. Don't you worry, my friend. You are first and always first. Power on is on. We are live. We are making it happen. All
Damn
right.
right. And we live from what channel? Power
The
on
Power On
gaming,
channel, baby. That's
baby.
right.
Let's
That's right.
go.
All right. So just want to make sure we have our people ready to go. How you guys doing? Happy Friday. Derek first. Yes, Derek is first. Nick, the Greek,
Derek
welcome in,
first.
buddy.
Nick the Great
How are
Greek
you?
in the building. Let's go. White Wing Brady in the building too. Technically, I think White Wing Brady might be first.
Nah, he was cheating. He was just typing to
Oh,
see
he
if we
was
respond.
cheating. Oh, okay.
He
No
was
cheating
trying
with
to
White
see. He
Wing
was
Brady.
just trying to see if we would
Disqualified. You're
respond. Yeah,
disqualified, bro.
exactly. Exactly. All right. Who else we got with us? Welcome in, chat. Welcome in. All right. Hope you guys doing a great time. We have a fun event, fun night for you guys.
Damn right.
We're gonna give it some time before we introduce our wonderful guests.
That's right.
Because again, we just went live on the Power On channel. Let's get the people coming in the chat. Let's get the people, get the room filled up. Sino, how you doing, man? How you doing this awesome Friday? Look at your
Good
marks over
man.
there.
I can't complain. I can't complain. Everything is going great over here. How you doing, bro?
I'm fantastic. Friday's over, right? Friday is over. The week is done. It's been a long week. My son graduated on Tuesday. Still
Yeah.
have a party to throw for him tomorrow, an
Yeah,
event.
we're gonna get
I see you get
we gonna
tomorrow.
boogie down tomorrow. We're gonna
That's right.
celebrate. You're gonna
That's right.
celebrate.
That's right. Hey,
Yes.
Riley in the building.
Riley
Riley,
in the
welcome in.
building. Small world, Riley. Small world.
That's right. Tony D, what's up, baby? Welcome in, my friend. Welcome in. Yeah, crazy enough, right? Riley's daughter, also Kat, who was top 4 with Flash. Big
That's right.
surprise to see
That's right.
Riley and her daughter at the graduation, not knowing that she was in my son's school. So that was pretty awesome. So
Small world.
damn, the war is
Small
small.
world.
That is crazy. Yes, we live, baby. We are live.
We
Welcome in.
live. Robotussin in the building. Let's
My
go.
guy
But yes,
Tuss.
I can definitely relate to you guys. My son graduated from high school the week before. So
Right.
that was a crazy experience, crazy emotional. We also had a barbecue the next day. And shout out to my mom's out in Brooklyn. So that was fun. That was fun. But yeah, we gonna boogie down tomorrow, celebrate Young Tech God in the building. Let's
Yes,
go.
sir. Yes, that's right. That's right. How you guys doing Friday? That's right. Putting the ones up. Tony D, welcome in, man. I appreciate you coming by.
Yeah.
That is amazing of you coming by, man. How are you doing, my friend? So tonight, like I said, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna have the podcast. You guys can definitely chime in, tell us what you guys think. We're also gonna have questions from the chat. We're gonna put them on the screen so you guys can ask our panel any question you prefer. Of course, we're giving, what time is it now? It is 7:04. In less than 60 seconds, we're gonna bring on our guests and we're gonna get the show started.
That's right.
You having a party tomorrow for Kat and her cousins? Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Congratulations, Kat.
Come on.
Doing big things. Man, these kids grow fast.
Man, listen. It's crazy. It is crazy. All right. We're going to get it going shortly. Let's make sure we're all good.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
Setting up.
In the hospital with my wife at the time, but I got a job. Is everything okay?
Oh, no.
Hope your wife's okay, Tony. Squad Supreme, welcome in. All right.
Prayers
make it
to
happen.
Tony. Hope everything's good, man.
Yes, Tony, for real. Prayers to you, my friend. Prayers to you and your wife and your family.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to make it happen now. We're going to bring in our guests. All right. We're going to start with, of course, she was one of the awesome casters on the Juneteenth tournament, a.k.a. the next best caster in Marvel Snap. She is a phenomenal original member of the Power On Gaming crew.
That's right. Let's go.
Of course. Amazing content over on YouTube. Amazing streams almost every night. The one and only, ladies and gentlemen, Pawnee Pun. Welcome in,
Let's
Pawnee. How you doing?
go. Let's go.
everyone. Thank you
Is
for
it
that
X?
amazing
Give it up.
introduction. So kind.
Yes.
Yeah, of course. Come on, Pony. You know how we do. Always killing it. That listen, people still talking
Thank
about
you.
that casting job. You guys killed that casting.
Yeah.
What's going on? Kick
Pawnee
Sammy,
did
you're
great.
hilarious.
Pawnee killed it.
Facts.
Thank you
Then,
so
of course, our other wonderful guest is doing his thing. We met him back in Brooklan. He was one of the top four at the end of Brooklan.
That's
This
right.
gentleman, I deemed his name Mr. Nostalgic. My man had a Mario Brother jacket on with a Shawn Michaels 8-bit t-shirt. I'll never forget it. Right?
Yeah.
Mr. Nostalgic. He does Throwback Thursdays on streams. He is your current reigning, defending Juneteenth Tournament of Power champion, ladies and gentlemen. Also an official member of Power on Gaming, Gaming with Flash X. Welcome in, buddy. How you doing?
Let's go. Hey.
Thank you, sir. I
Look
very
at
much
you.
appreciate that
Look
gracious
at smooth,
introduction.
bro.
Absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic. We kind of ran with the Mr. Nostalgic thing. I very much appreciate that. But clearly, it has come to my attention that recently I go by another nickname as well.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Mr. RNG.
Yes, of course.
And Mr. RNG, Mr. Nostalgic, whichever you want to call it. One of those people, somebody in this range of personalities is coming for that 24/7 title.
Oh boy, I hear that.
So we just want to put that out there because there's been, conversations that Sino does a great job of not defending his title.
Wow.
So in the world of
That's where the
somebody who's a
shots
champion
fired.
that does and is ready to defend my title at any time,
We got a
we're ready.
There you go.
Right. That's very interesting. I think
go.
you came onto the wrong podcast for that. X this guy out. Get him out of here. That's it. Flash's episode is done.
Man.
He's a wrap. I'm glad you guys got to see the chant for 5 seconds, but he's out of here now. It's over.
Luke,
Hi, Pawnee.
welcome in,
We're going to
buddy.
talk to Pawnee this whole time. We don't even know that guy over there now.
Wow.
Man,
Wow.
I'm enjoying my off season. All right. When you're
No
a
such
champion, Flash,
No
you
such
wouldn't know
thing.
anything about this.
24/7.
When you're a champion, you have to represent the league. You have to be the
24/7.
face of the league. Okay.
24/7.
24/7 of what season? We not
I
even
just
in
keep
Okay.
hearing excuses.
Guys,
chilling on a yacht.
all right, let
Relax.
me explain what's happening here. We are members of the WSF. Sino is the reigning, non-defending 24/7 champion.
All right.
He's the 24/7 champion. WSF is on his off
24/7.
season.
What am I like? What are you? 2x4? What's good?
This is what happened when you're in the Caribbean, right? We say 24/7. We don't say
What is
24.
this?
We say 24/7.
Man, listen,
All right.
I'm the champ,
24
and they all
okay.
coming for me, and that's the
Listen,
whole point of this. I don't
we're
even know
in-
who's talking right now.
We're in our bye season, so this is what's happening. Once we get back on and WSF is up and running, hopefully at SnapCon that you guys will be there, Cena will have to defend that title every day, 24/7 or 24/7.
When that day comes, I'll be
wanna
more
say
than
it.
happy to smack all y'all up. But until then, I'm gonna be relaxing. I'm chilling. I'm gonna have a drink with my umbrella in it. Pawnee know how it go. Like that's how we just relax. You gotta
we chilling.
Yeah, see,
Okay.
relax, Flash. Enjoy
Yeah,
your
we are
week.
chilling.
I'm here. I'm just saying.
So now we got all that wonderfulness out the way. Let's talk about what we came here to talk about, and that's Marvel Snap, of course, starting with this week's amazing card, the one and only Phastos. All right, so we're going to put Phastos up on the screen. What we do here normally, for those who are here for the first time, we normally rate our wonderful cards, and we have an awesome rating system. The way the rating system works is we go diamond is the best, platinum is second best, gold, silver, and then plastic. All right.
Wow.
So that's basically how we do it.
Huh.
We rate it in that way
That's
because
rough.
you can go double plastic, double wood, double
Damn.
gold,
Double
double
what?
silver.
Double what?
Double plastic.
I heard.
Double
Yeah, I heard
Double
something else.
Shout out to the chat. We got Doey
Double
Cat
what around here, okay?
Doey Cat, welcome
Hey,
in. How
Doey
you
Cat.
doing, Doey? What? It's official, ladies and gentlemen. One of the newest members.
Let's
Of
go.
That's
Gaming,
right.
of course, is Doey Cat. Welcome
Let's
in,
go.
Doey.
Welcome,
Welcome to the chat.
Doey. Good to
Welcome.
have
Oh,
you.
let's
Let's
go.
go.
Let's go.
Okay, it's all right. We got
I'm
you.
shy. No, it's
So-
all right.
No, Doey.
Phastos, the newest card this week is give each card in your deck -1 or +2 power. This card does exactly that. I mean, a lot of people, I myself included, said it's going to be a diamond card before playing it, and I might keep that same rating, or we might change it up.
Whoa,
But we're gonna
that
find out.
same
We're gonna start.
energy. I
We're gonna start.
off air. He had a whole nother,
We're gonna
view.
hold on.
Now you
We're
gotta
gonna
keep that
start.
same energy, bro.
We're gonna start with Flash. We're gonna start with our guests. Flash, have you got Phastos this season?
Of course. And
All right. How do you
and
feel about
I feel better than most people, I would say. So based on your system, right? You got what do we? It's a diamond, platinum.
Yep, gold, silver,
Okay.
and
Silver and
plastic.
So
plastic, yes.
in that, using that as a metric, I would put him, I guess, in that somewhere between gold and platinum ish, right? I have him in the 7 out of 10 range, right?
Okay.
Because to me, Phastos is an
Solid
ultimate
gold.
utility card. Like, it's not a tech card, right? And utility cards have an interesting place in Marvel Snap where they can fit a lot of places, but they're perpetually in a flex spot, which means that every time you ask yourself, can I take this card out? It's almost always going to be yes. Like, those cards are never going to define your deck. You're never going to build an entire deck around those cards. They just fit well in a lot of different places. And I think Phastos, like, he's getting a lot of hate, and I'm not sure why. I feel like people are looking at the card and thinking like, oh, it should be doing something else. Like, it should be more powerful. It should be this. And I'm like, it's a utility card. It just fits in well in a lot of places. Just put it in there. It may or may not help your deck. If it doesn't, take it out, put in something else. Like, it's that simple. I wouldn't define this card as bad. It's it's a solid card. Like, it's a solid card in the game. You could put it in a lot of places. Like, I have it in the destroy deck. Like, it works there because it helps with the consistency. Like,
okay, so you give it a gold, solid gold.
Solid gold.
So double gold. You said in between
double gold. That's it. Double gold.
All right.
Yep.
I love it.
Okay.
All right.
Like
Pawnee,
that.
how do you feel about it? I mean, listen, everything you said is accurate. Pawnee, how do you feel about it?
I agree with that.
I agree with Flash. I would also consider it a gold. I thought it was going to be better before I started playing with it.
Yeah.
But I found that, like Flash said, I can put him in any deck, and it doesn't hurt to draw him. It helps out. I mean, it would be better if it was earlier.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
I think
Yeah, but if he was too costly, he'd be broken.
Yeah, he's not like amazing.
Yes.
Not every card has to be just, oh my god, broken. But it's not a bad card. Although I do regret spending a whole 4 keys on it. Did spend 4 keys on him.
4 keys.
Wish it was less.
Oh, 4 keys.
I
Doesn't that hurt
know.
when that happens? It's like heartbreaking,
4
guys.
keys. It would have been better if it was 2. But I give him a solid gold rating.
Red Guardian is way better. Okay.
See, I like Roby's point there because, but Red Guardian is a tech card, right?
Right.
And he's a damn good tech card, right? But so to compare the two cards isn't fair. Like, you have to like use a utility card to compare it to, right? You got to compare it to like America Chavez, right? Because that's a utility card, right?
Right.
And he's way better than that. But I just used her as an
about to
example
that
because that was the first thing that came to mind.
I was about to ask you the same thing, but that's fine. So we'll get back to that. Sino, how do you feel about Phastos?
I agree with Pawnee and Flash, and they spoke great just now because they said all my points. He's great. I would love it if he was a 2 cost. It'd be cracked. Just because
I think it would be too
turn
strong.
3, it would be way too strong.
Yeah.
Turn 3 is very important to the curve, man. So you got to be very particular on 3 which way you're going. You know what I mean?
Yep. Correct.
Turn 3 could be a throwaway turn for you, depending on what you're playing, or you know what I mean? Turn 4 might be more important, but turn 3 in most card lists is pretty important in which direction you're going to go. So I thought he was going to be a platinum, but he just turned out to be like a double gold for me, guys, because he has positive RNG, right? You get the 2+ power or the -1 cost. So that's awesome. If you get, like Pawnee said, if you get him, he pops up and turn 3, you have nothing else to play that really goes with your, play him. And then you might get a -1 cost on something else, might make, you know what I mean? The curve a little bit better for you. So I like him. He's a double gold. That's my opinion. Shout out to Obi Have in the building too.
Obi in the building. That's right.
Probably kind of works in high Evo too.
Yes.
Because think about how many times you're playing high Evo, you're like, should I play Cyclops on turn 3 by himself?
Yes, perfect. Yes, I want to float power. Jesus, why?
Just play Phastos, and then you can come back with Cyclops on 4.
Yeah, exactly.
J-Mac says he's fun with Pixie. Sorry that the chat blocks your face, Flash, but he says
that's okay.
Move it to the other side.
You only get to see him in a flash. It's perfect.
I can't remove. Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
man.
Oh man. All right. So, but back to that. I mean, listen, that makes sense. I agree with everybody here. Yes.
See what happens when you challenge me, SCG? The chat blocks your face.
Wow. See, you guys are gonna start this all night. So coming into this week, I gave this card a diamond. I said it would be the diamond card of the season, the best card of the season. This is before playing the card because of all the awesome potential it has with it. I've been running the ladder with Sage and Surfer and all those awesomeness. I'm like, oh, just put Phastos in there and get rid of Red Guardian. Funny enough, I had Red Guardian. I got rid of Red Guardian, put in Phastos, played that night, and was like, this don't feel right, you know? So, I mean, the problem is with Phastos is he's a 3 cost.
3 costs.
And the problem is because on turn 3, especially in that card list that I'm playing, I have other 3 cost cards I want to play, Magic being one of them, right? So it's like, do I remove the Magic or do I don't play Magic and play the Phastos, play Magic on 4? I mean, these are things that come up. If he was a 1 or 2 costs, yes, it will be broken because we'll play him on 1, we'll play Grandmaster on 2, we'll do some crazy madness on 3. Doesn't make sense. Him being a 3 cost, I think, is perfect for him. Him being a 3 cost also helps him in the Surfer deck. I think Phastos, like you guys said, I agree with you guys. My diamond rating has changed. I put him under as a double gold as well. Now, the issue that you call it not ability card, a utility card, which okay, fair enough. I was saying he was a tech card, but you're right. I think you're more accurate with
he's more comparable to, like, you got to compare him to, like, again, like Chavez,
right?
Okoye, Nakia.
Correct.
Right.
So I agree with you on that one. Totally agree with you on that one.
Yeah, I think he's a great card for cards in the future. I think he's a great combo card for things that might come in the future. So
and Roby makes a good point there. I think he could stand to be more power. Like 3/3 is probably not a great spot. It could be 4, maybe even 5, honestly. Because think about all the 5s that do better things. Like 3 5s.
Yeah, I would like him to be a 3/5. Yeah,
that'd be great.
Sounds nice.
And I agree. You put him in any card list. You don't have to any card list. And if you get him on 3, he's working out well. Johnny be good. Welcome.
Johnny be good.
Johnny be good in a building.
3/5 will be too much, huh, Lufke?
I don't know. I mean, the Nocturne is a 3/5. Like,
right.
Come on.
Come on. Yeah.
Yes.
3/4.
Yes.
3/5.
You put him in Makari's level, right? And I think 3/5 would be fair because now
I think 3/4 is fair.
3 fair is like
I guess
no
we're
brainer.
middle 3/4.
All right, we'll see what happens if they're going to go ahead and change any of that. But that's our ratings on Phastos, guys. It is a good card. It's not a great card. It's not a bad card. It is a good card. So definitely check it out. Do not waste your keys on the card. I don't think you should spend 6K tokens. These are the cards that I think Snap need to make a Series 3. 3,000 tokens? Yes. 6,000 tokens? Oh,
that's a bit much. 6,000 is a lot for a utility card or a tech card. Those are the 2 cards where you're like, I don't want to spend 6,000 tokens for those cards.
Correct.
Like, you'll spend 6,000 for Red Hulk, but those other cards, you're like,
exactly.
Perfect. So that's I think Snap really need to change that for us. Now we're going to next week's card coming up. Of course, this is Arishem. Arishem is at the start of the game. You get +1 max energy, and then shuffle 12 random cards into your deck. Now. Arishem with Phastos might be great because you get to play Phastos on 2. And now all the 24 cards in your deck gets the benefit. Nonetheless, this is our pre-rating for this card. If you guys did not know, I'm going to plug it right now. Tucker, powered by Power On, is hosting an Arishem Anarchy tournament on July 6th at 2 p.m. Eastern on the same channel you guys are watching. So make sure you guys come back. Yeah, make sure you guys come back on July 6th. But if you want to see the qualifiers for the 8 Kingdom players, check out his channel this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Now, we'll start with, of course, Flash.
Oh, man.
What is the matter of fact? No, we're going to go the other way because Flash, we're going to get back to you. Pawnee, we'll start with Pawnee first. Pawnee, what is your take on this card? What is your early rating for it?
I'm in between plat and gold. It's 12 random cards. That's just too much RNG for me. Too random for me. I don't know. Why I hear some people say it's good and I don't understand how. So if you think it's good, you go. Please explain it to me how it's gonna be
That was
good.
So
so
happy we went
funny.
to you
That
first.
was
I love
funny
it.
right there.
Hilarious.
No, I love that. I love that.
Like, yo, if y'all think it's good, please
Yeah,
let me know.
I
Like,
love
put me
that.
on
I
to
don't
how it's
understand
good.
how
So-
this is gonna work.
So to me, I feel because
That's a
you
good
still
point
got
by
a
Doey
chance
Cat.
to pull your 12 cards, it could help you out, right? Because you're getting extra energy every turn. And if you get your 12 cards, because if you do the way it works out, right? When you do your draw, right, your first set of cards might be your cards. So now you get that extra energy. It might help you out. But
Maybe, or there might not be.
right, we'll get to Flash in a second. I understand what you're saying.
Hey, Cat in the building. Congratulations, Cat.
Kat, yes, welcome. Congratulations on your graduation. All right, we're going to go to Sino next. Sino, so you give it a double gold or gold, right? All
Yes, double gold.
Perfect. Sino, what do you give this card?
Wow.
What's your take on it?
I think Pawnee was really nice. I think she was just
Fair.
like, well, I'm gonna be nice right now and give it a double gold. It's like
Okay, now I switch it to gold.
yeah, it's really
Yeah.
like a
Yeah,
gold,
yeah.
Gold.
maybe a double
Just
silver
gold.
because it makes it fun. It's like almost like a draft mode.
Cersei's good.
So it
Mhm.
makes if
Yeah.
you want to try something different and you're tired of playing just the regular meta card list, or you know what I mean, you just want to have some fun. You're like, I'm gonna take this to Battlegrounds and see what happens. I think that's so I'm gonna go gold just for the sake of it can bring you something different if you're bored. But I don't know. Well, maybe if you mix it up with some blob, like I was saying on the podcast on past episodes, you can really find some sort of value, but you got to be able to pull the blob. It's complicated. I don't really do complicated, so I'm gonna go gold.
Mhm.
Go gold as well. All right. Okay. All right. Flash, it's on you, my friend. What do
Okay.
you think about this card?
Arishem, overall, I have somewhere that's looking like double silver ish, right? Maybe
Oh, wow.
gold, right? Now, as far as fun level, platinum
Right.
fun level, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Platinum fun level. And if you want to take this into conquest, I would rate it very high as well, right? Because your opponent has no clue what's happening. Plus, like Doey Cat mentioned, she made a great point, the ramp, right? You're talking about having one max energy for the whole game is very good. Okay. So now as far as competitive level, like if you tried to take this on ladder, what's lower than silver?
Plastic.
Plastic. Yes,
The plastic maybe, or silver, right? Or double plastic range, right?
Yeah,
Now
plastic.
I
Correct.
think I'm very excited for this card because that whole week everybody's playing Arishem. I got Darkhawk ready for that because I crunched the numbers.
I said it's a Darkhawk's dream. In fact, I said
Yes.
it's the dream of Darkhawk.
Oh my God.
On
Flash
turn
is
one,
no fun police,
after
guys.
you
No fun.
made your first draw on turn one,
right.
Darkhawk is a 543.
Yes.
Okay. So if your opponent has done nothing else other than their regular draws for the whole game, by turn 6, Darkhawk is a 533. Right. So now you take Darkhawk and you put him in the old Shuri shell. You put armor, you put Cosmo, and then you add Korg, Rockslide, Mystique, Taskmaster. Then you have a deck. Put whatever other 5 cards you want. That's your starting 7, and you're gonna run over pretty much everybody playing Arishem.
Doing that.
You're welcome.
Listen, Flash is the fun police, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not.
We
lying.
knew that from the draft, right?
Oh my goodness!
Right?
We're here supposed to big up or not big up Arishem. My man said, "Listen, we're gonna play Darkhawk. That's it." All right. So I love that answer. Love that response. You're going. I like it because you're right. If it's fun, it's definitely in the diamond range, right? For fun, if you want to go and have a blast, if you want to have a tournament where everybody pick Arishem, it's definitely fun. We're gonna put that in the diamond.
Yes.
Make sure you guys come check out that tournament on July 6th. But if you're trying to be competitive with it, 100% is down in the plastic range. So
don't get it twisted. You're gonna get great content during this tournament.
Oh, 100%.
Anything can happen. So you're
Cersei,
gonna get great content. It's great for that type of style of play. But like if you're trying to competitively play, I don't know where it lands there. But
what's gonna happen? No, you're good. You're good. But I agree. Arishem is that card. It is RNG based. So if we had to rate this card to go in there, it definitely is going to be up there with the wonderful double silver, right? There's no way we can give this card anything higher than that. I mean, listen, we all kind of gave Cersei that kind of a rating where it's like double silver to gold. And as you guys saw, Cersei is the shorts dream, right? You're really doing shorts, really doing content. Dropping Cersei just gives you all the amazing things ever. And I think Arishem is going to do the same thing. It being a 7 cost, Cersei works great with that, right? Because now guaranteed your 6 cost will be an Arishem. What happens at that point on turn 6 now, right? You're not going to pull your cards. You're going to pull something random. Maybe you hit that blob now, right? So Cersei into Arishem to give you blob. You play blob after that. There go your combo, guys. There it is.
There it is.
But you have to get your 6 costs on the field before. So somehow you have to get Scar on the field before turn 5. Then play Cersei on Scar, which should give you Arishem. Then play blob in another lane, and you should be good to go.
Good luck.
Nonetheless.
Yeah, I was like, how the hell do you have that happen? Okay.
You need 8 turns, guys. Don't worry about it.
You need 8 turns.
Get your 8 turns.
I don't think they made that in the game yet, bro. I mean, you would know better than us, being that you're a second dinner employee of the month.
I'm proud of you.
Month running. STG, y'all. We're going for 14.
Isn't on reveal though? That works. Yeah. He's Tex. So the minute he shows up, it's happen. Oh well, no, you're right.
No, I think he's perpetually
right.
The effect happens as soon as the game. Yeah, it's
right.
It's like
I'm wrong.
And yeah.
Okay, guys. Don't listen to Tech because I'm definitely on a hold on. My mind is in the real world. So I was wrong. It's not gonna happen. Yep, just like Thanos. Don't be sorry. Thanks for correcting me. This is why we're doing this live, baby. So you guys can correct us. But if you guys tell us in chat, like Tech, you can't do that. So you know what I mean? So that's perfect. All right. Thank you for that. Now we're gonna go on to our next topic. And that wonderful topic is, of course, how's the meta doing, guys? We'll start with you, Flash.
Wow,
guess. Our guest Flash. Guest Gaming is in there somewhere. I know what he meant. Guest Flash.
Oh man.
So we'll start with you, buddy. How are you taking the meta?
I think the meta is in a good place, and there is what happened with Angela specifically helps. And let me say this. Angela was in too many decks that were all very similar from a core card package perspective. There was too much. She was too much of her in the metagame. She was a 210, 212, 2 whatever every single game you played her. Now, yes, I know probably like, oh, you can play Shadow King, you can play Shang-Chi. I understand that, but you have to understand the tempo aspect, the pressure aspect. You can just leave that lane alone and go do other things, and you're like, oh, I don't care if you Shang the Angela lane because I got so much other stuff going on over here. I think the meta is in a very good place. Bringing Angela back in line helps. She's a 2/3. You could probably still use her, right? The meta is so healthy that you could probably still use Angela. Is she going to be as good as before? No. But now you're like, okay, Thena was already like Angela 0.0. So just Thena's your new Angela now. It has a restriction, but use Thena. Thena's going to be your new Angela. But I think otherwise it's in a great place. We're not seeing a lot of Hela, thank God. So without that as a problem that we're seeing every single other game, I can't think of anything that when Hela. I play it.
Love Hela. Like I hear you off air. He raves about Hela. Loves Hela. What are you saying?
That's not true.
He's a destroy poser because he loves Hela. All right, don't let him get it twisted.
I just can't think of any other thing that's like holding the game down, right? Like Professor X stuff is not a thing anymore. Move is now is in a lot better place thanks to a buff to Hercules got changed and all these other things happened. And we got a crap ton of move cards coming in August that are completely going to put. Where's Timmy at? Can we get Timmy Trogdor in here? Because we need Timmy to speak on this. Because like move is about to be the dominant archetype in the game in 2 months. And just let everybody know, learn move now because it's about to pop all the way off.
All right, Pawnee, how do you feel? What is your take on the meta?
Yeah, I think it's very diverse. I haven't seen a lot of one thing a lot, but I do agree with Flash about the Angela thing. I love playing Angela and Thena and Ravonna. That was my play. I love playing that deck. It's so fun to me. So I wasn't pleased with the Angela thing at first, but I was like, okay, what Flash said was valid. You're right. She was everywhere. And I still have Thena, and I still play Angela with Thena. She's fine, just not as strong.
Yeah, not as before.
Mm-hmm.
Move
Okay,
is hard,
all right.
Roby. I know that's why I
Sino?
don't play it.
How do you feel? Listen, I love Move. Move is super fun. Listen, we went to
It's hard,
Infinite.
though. I get it.
We went to Infinite with Hercules, the old Hercules, twice. And even Phoenix Force is great. So I'm
I'm gonna need
surprised
Timmy to coach
it's
me
a
on Move.
destroy that you
I'm
love
right there with
destroy.
you,
You're not
man.
playing
I don't
Phoenix.
play any move.
See, how do you feel about the meta?
The meta's great right now. Very diverse. Like Pawnee said, you're not seeing the same thing over and over and over, but to a certain extent. I disagree about the Angela though. I think Angela is even better now at a 2-3. I think she runs even better now. I know you guys wanted to cheat her out with at a 1 cost. Hold on 1 second as my son comes down with his iPad blazing.
That's a good time for me to interject real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
like
bro.
I think the point, I don't know what point you're about to make, but I will agree with you to an extent that no matter what you do with Angela now at this point, starting at a 2-3, you can keep her. You don't have to manage keeping her under Shang range, because 6 plays on Angela now, she's still only a 2-9, which is what I say only, right? But that's very good, and you don't have to manage as much. Like, because how many times and I know Pawnee could probably attest to this, playing Angela, where you're like, okay, I think my opponent might play Shang. So now you're like, okay, I can't play a card in the Angela lane this turn because I have to duck under that.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, yeah.
At her new, cost line, that's not going to be so much as a problem anymore, because it'll take you 7 plays over there to get her to a 2-10. So and you're generally not going to play that many times over there.
Right.
Unless you bounce, but at that point you better protect your lane. So that makes sense. Shang never exists.
I just like the fact that you can see Thena. You're limited to just 2 cards that turn, and if you play 3, you don't get the buff. You know what I mean? I feel like Angela at the 2-3 cost and power level. Now I'm not limited. I with Angela, I could play how many of the fuck cards I want to. You know what I mean? But I just got to be aware of the Shadow King and the Chi there, right? But if you feel like your opponent isn't really playing those in this card list, then you're gonna feel free to fucking Kitty Pride the shit out of that. You know what I mean? Stereo, Kitty Prides, all sorts of shit. So I think the 2-3, I think, makes her even better. And I don't really think I should run Thena anymore. I think I should run Angela now. You know what I mean? I think she just the disadvantage that she had before, I think she has an advantage now. So I think it just upped her 1 over her. That's my opinion.
Yeah, I think she might open up at this new line. She might open up some new deck build. You might be like, okay, let me take Ravonna out and that package and see what this new deck might look like.
I'm not drunk. I don't even drink.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, Sino's out here. He forgot we don't have the bleep machine on the live stream, but it's all right. See, and he's still. Luke Muncher, welcome in, buddy. How you doing? All right.
So president, I like that. Let's go. We'd all be very happy. I'll tell you that much.
We're going to the OTAs, as you guys mentioned, the meta, especially Angela. As you guys can see, Angela now is a 2-3, and as they mentioned as well, she was in most card lists, just destroying the meta, and everybody's winning nonstop with her at a 2-0, especially with Ravonna discounting that card to a 1, which is bananas, which I love. And I'm happy they did this to Angela and did not touch Ravonna.
I agree.
Ravonna's a great card, special
She's
card in my
fine
heart.
where she is. Yeah, I don't think they need to do anything to Ravonna.
Yeah, well, but they were ready to do it, right? Because Ravonna was killing it with Professor X.
They were going
right?
to zap
her.
Angela. Yeah,
she would have been on reveal in 2 seconds.
Ravonna was definitely on the next.
She's going to get the Zabu treatment.
Yeah, and oh man, I would have cried. I would have cried because she is in all the card lists I love to play. Sage, Mr. Negative, all that.
In the building. Yeah, that's me.
So you know what I mean. So that's how we look at it. But they did a good thing, and shout out to Second Dinner, always making things happen and definitely tweaking the correct cards this time, bringing it down to a 2-3 and getting +1. As you guys mentioned, it's hard to get her to a 2-10 now, which also shout out to them making Shang-Chi only destroy 10 and higher power.
Yes,
now,
I like that.
we go to Hercules, which again, I had no problem with Hercules at a 4-7. I think Hercules won me way more matches at a 4-7, but I'm happy at a 3-4 because again, it goes well on curve.
Yes.
What's interesting about it is I'm playing Eliath in a move deck now, and I do have a clip that I will share on stream where Eliath just shuts things down on that last turn. People expect me to play Heimdall. You play Eliath and it's a wrap. They're Killmonger to try to kill your 1 cost, your big 1 cost Human Torch does not work. There's Shang-Chi
Wow.
to try to destroy your Vulture in that lane or your Dagger does not work. So yes, I play a move deck with Goliath, and at turn 6,
We don't say that name on this podcast, and you know good and goddamn well we
Yeah, I'm
don't.
sorry.
I don't know why you would
You
go
will
that
now.
far.
Goliath at a 6/10. Oh, it's the best thing on the planet.
Yo,
So
we
let's
killed
go-
Goliath, bro. Don't bring it back. All right, we got
You
such
know,
a
the-
nice
the-
meta right
the-
now. Don't
Not
bring
bringing
it
it back.
I just quick point about Hercules in that paragraph there.
Yeah.
I think the most important sentence is the one at the end. Players seem enthusiastic about this idea when Hercules first released, so we hope you enjoy trying it out. Because, and this is what I always tell people: make your voice be heard, right? Because this is a development team that has their, I guess, finger in what's happening. They hear
Right.
you. It might not feel like they do, but I promise you,
They do.
they do.
Right.
right.
I
Yep.
agree.
Because STG
And-
goes back and tells them. So they hear you.
Kingpin, which I don't think anybody's still going to play at a 1/2, got
think they
the
will.
buff. I don't know, man. I mean, with Stegron, which I love, Kingpin is great, but I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm happy he's a
I'll try
1/2.
it.
It gives people, listen, Kingpin, the old school Kingpin, which destroyed the cards, made my life happy. Because when Arrow was Arrow,
Yo, can we get love for
gosh.
Arrow? I'm
Mhm.
glad you said that. When's
Listen,
the Arrow buff
Where's
coming?
Loot Munch at? Where's my guy Loot Munch? Loot Munch put me on to Arrow back in the beta days, okay? And I made some amazing card lists with Arrow when she used to pull every
There
card
he is.
that
Shout out to
played, even
Luke.
the unflipped cards.
Yo,
Arrow was so
Arrow, I
great.
miss
She was
you.
Arrow has remained so dead for so long. I think it's absurd at this point. Like,
They need to put her back how she was, because when that location, Fist Tower, was the hot location, cards move here gets destroyed. Arrow was so beautiful. Oh man.
oh yeah,
So yeah, I
Arrow was
agree.
cracked. With
We need
these
to bring
buffs,
Arrow back.
change or do something.
She was
Take
changed
some-
back in the day when Galactus was being played crazy.
Oh,
She was
yeah.
great
The
too,
leader,
because
Arrow,
remembers
Right.
the Arrow
Panther.
leader stuff.
Yes,
Yes.
that was
Yes.
that was so good. But that's
I don't
when
know what they
really
would
hit
have
her
to
hard.
do for her to get her old ability back. Maybe like take a whole bunch of power off of her. I don't know. Do something. Maybe give her that ability back and make her like a 5/2. I don't know,
Nah.
but like something's got to give.
Yeah,
They're
that would
not
make
gonna
her
do it
more
because right
tech
yeah.
kind of card. I get that. That would
Right
make
now
sense.
to them the meta is like you said in a good place. So I doubt they're gonna make those tweaks, but it would be great if they
Because
brought her
Move
back.
is already on the upswing. So like,
right.
Sure is.
So, and of course, playing Arrow in a card list with this card, Miles Morales, that means on turn 6, you're dropping a 1/6 Miles. Now,
1/6. Shout out to Miles.
I love Miles Morales. I just don't like his ability. He needs a better one. I'm just being real. That's my
so?
take. I think Miles needs a better
simple.
one. Yeah.
He is simple. but-
Spider-Man does awesome things. Silk does amazing things. Every other Spider-Ham does amazing. I don't like Miles's ability. I get it. I know why they do what they do. Yes, rest in peace to Cerebral 5. But I think Miles has a better ability. For now, I'm happy with it. 'cause,
Cerebro 5
but-
still has quite a big
Yeah,
of
C5.
cards out there.
C5. Miles doesn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
you weren't
Miles
using
being
Miles for
changed
C5.
takes one card away from you guys, but it doesn't take your whole card list away. There's other
Right.
cards out there.
You got
Agreed.
plenty of other 5s to play there.
Yeah.
Exactly. All right. Then we also have High Evo going to 4/6, which is pretty good because most cases you never care to
Yeah.
play High Evo. So him
I
being
like
a
it,
4/6
but-
is pretty good. So it's all right. It's solid.
He could have an
Okay.
actual ability that does something better than just more power. Honestly, he could be a 4/7. It still feels bad to play the card, so give him some more power.
Right.
I mean, this makes more sense to actually play him now.
Right. So
Like,
maybe treat him like Thanos, and every card that you
whoa,
play
whoa.
that
People are
has
not gonna like
No,
what you're about to say.
hear,
bro.
hear what I'm saying. Hear what I'm
People are
saying.
not gonna
Every-
like what you're about
hear me out.
say.
Hear me out. Every card you play that has
Pertains to him.
they have their High Evo ability, he gets +2 power.
Whoa.
Or
Okay,
+1,
I'm with it.
whichever way you want to put
Plus
it. Right?
one.
So,
I feel like plus two would be wild.
because you're playing
You'd have to
Wasp,
drop
you're
into like a
playing,
4/0.
Yeah,
okay, you're playing
or
Wasp,
four.
right?
Mm.
Wasp,
that.
you're playing Wasp, Cyclops,
Mm.
Misty Knight, her Hulk,
Abomination.
Abomination, and Thing, right? So 6 cards.
That Wasp.
So
Right.
I guess a +1 for each. You get into a 4/12.
Oh.
Okay, I like that.
4, right?
That's not
Mm.
ridiculous.
So
That's a
so
good
now
idea. I like that.
so now on the last turn you have a decision to make. You dropping that Hulk or you dropping that
High Evo.
High Evo.
We need a reason for him to get played because a lot of people have dope as high evil variants and they're just getting wasted.
Yeah,
Right?
They are not hitting the field.
Yeah,
at all.
Gambit 200. That's hilarious.
STG wants to see the world burn.
Wow.
That's hilarious, Gambit.
Yeah, exactly. Spider-Woman has a great ability too. Miles doesn't. So that's where
People
I'm
sleeping on Spider-Woman, by the way.
I know they are. They do sleep on Spider-Woman because Luke Cage exists. But let's Nick Fury to a 4.6. I guess I figured, hey, cards that don't get played a lot, just give them 6 power.
Give them
I
buff.
give him 4.7.
Why not? Bring back Zabu, then I'll be happy with this.
Nah,
and then
never.
of course,
I mean, they are working on the Zabu change.
I know
so
they are going to do something with him. I don't know.
I hope they get that done.
It's not. No, they're not going to put him back to how he was because that.
And I think that's why. What was that card that just got changed? That was data mine, Ajax or whatever.
Yeah,
who's now a 5 cost.
Yes.
Where he was a 4 before. Something tells me that has something to do with Zabu. I don't know if I'm right, but
I think Zabu. I don't know, man. It's weird, but you know what? I do miss it, but I don't. Right. Same thing with.
That's a good point, Lufku.
Turn Zabu into activate.
He might get the activate keyword.
Oh, I hope he does. And I want to talk about that too.
Yes.
After I bring up this wonderful Eliath change. So
No, we don't talk about that card here. We don't move on,
guys. 6'10". This is
10 wild.
We don't cover this card here. Don't do it. The meta is great. Don't do it.
It is, guys. Put him in any card list. I guarantee you, any card list. You're gonna be happy. You're gonna be happy. At 6'10", that turns off the. Before I thought he only turned off on reveals. I completely forgot.
Everything.
He turns off text.
Everything.
Oh my goodness.
Why are you doing this?
So if you can narrow it down where you know what's gonna come down, where that surfer is gonna come down, or all that stuff, just hold this Eliath.
Why are
that Wong lane that you were scared is gonna ruin your whole game? Just put Eliath there.
Why are we doing this, guys? This is not what we need to be doing. We need to help the community and keep the meta just healthy.
No.
Y'all want to Stalker, Stalker, that same Darkhawk build I was telling you about. Go ahead and you could put Eliath in it because it's got 5 cards.
See, now when she gets fucked up and y'all can't play no cards, blame these people here. All right, blame these on these sides.
Let me tell you something. The reason why
J-Mac,
these two over here.
The reason why I want Eliath to ruin and go back to how it was because I want them to rebuff Galactus because Galactus is the only one that can save them.
What?
If Eliath starts to go crazy, Galactus is the only way that can save them.
Sure. Look, here's why I like Eliath. Eliath in all its forms, except for originally because he was a bit busted, right? But like Eliath to me is one of those cards that rewards you for doing a thing in the game. It rewards you for playing the game for priority, for tempo. It rewards you for doing a thing in Marvel Snap.
You want a cookie? So you got priority. Oh, you got priority. Yay!
Some decks like Sarah, right, reward you. You play it the right way, it rewards you for throwing priority. So certain decks are built a certain way that rewards you for doing a certain thing.
You guys are toxic.
Correct. We'll be that. Okay, so that's the meta in a nutshell. We think the meta is in a great place. The last time the meta was like this, where you could pick any card that you want and win, Loki came out, and that is the end of that. Man. So before we go, real quick question, guys. I'm gonna go round the chat. We're gonna end with Flash. Sino, does Loki need to be changed?
Yes, hell yes. What you mean?
Okay. Yes or no? Thank you.
Yes.
Pawnee, should Loki be touched? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. Flash, should Loki be touched? Yes or no?
Absolutely not.
He says the guy that picked him in the draft. Of course, he's gonna say no.
Wow.
No.
I think okay. No.
This is the best Loki's ever felt, and like since its cards came out. Personally,
a lot of people in chat right now because I think Loki should be touched. I'm just saying, but all right, okay, we 2-on-2. You guys still think he does? I think he does.
Well, I will say this. Let me just paraphrase real quick. I don't think, like most other cards that reduce costs, I don't think he should be able to reduce things to 0.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
There we go.
I was gonna say, if Loki did not work with Quinjet, I'd be happy. If Loki did not work with Quinjet, I'll be happy.
If you take the cost reduction part out of it,
keep the cost reduction because he's Loki, right? That's fine.
You're just talking about it. If you take that out, I don't see it as bad.
Keep the cost reduction. Just remove his ability to work with Quinjet. because that's where the madness comes. That's where the unfairness comes. So
That's
that
why
would
I
be my
drafted
take on
Quinjet.
that. Yeah, I know. So speaking of draft, ladies and gentlemen, we ended up doing a draft over on Power On, and we're going to have a wonderful showcase of matches between all of our players. And three of them in here right now are the ones that actually did do the draft last night. So let's pull it up real quick. This is something that we did not mention to talk about, but since you guys are talking about it, let's quickly
right.
show it off to the wonderful people. And here it is. This is the draft board. So, as you guys can see, Gregor was first, Sino was last, and in between was everyone else. Now, we did ask a question yesterday, who you guys think won the draft? And a lot of people were going with Flash, and some people did say Pawnee, but most of the people said Flash, 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 Flash.
Loki. He got his lucky Scarlet Witch in there.
He's got Loki, Mobius, and Quinjet. Toxic. Just toxic already. Just toxic.
Yes, you guys in chat, if you guys can see this, let me know who you think won, guys. Who you think won the draft? You guys let me know. Lufki said Tucker. I mean, Tucker has Ivo, so it makes sense.
Tucker has all of Ivo.
Full Ivo. With all the backups.
Prashawn does not. We might make Gaming with Flash play Prashawn again. We might do that.
It might happen.
It looks possible. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this. Look, like they're both their card lists are kind of toxic.
I know our wonderful drafters did not know how this is going to play out, but we're not going to do a tournament style. We're just going to showcase. So it's going to be one match per person. All right. So we're not going to have a tournament per se. We're going to have matches just to see again.
But
it's
not the end of what you see with the draft. We got other stuff doing with the draft. So this is just a showcase so you guys see how this works. So in the future, when we do another one, you guys will know already
exactly
how this goes down.
Sino, but I can't see anything that's great. Sino one, I see Infinite. His first pick is the best card in the game.
Thank you. So, I appreciate that, guys.
That's the way I see it. Pawnee got Athena.
People have good taste. I like people with good taste.
Yes, she has those. Yes, she does. I know it's hard to see, but yes, that's exactly what
and because she picked Ravona, I had to pick Sage so she wouldn't get Sage also.
Oh, I don't even have Sage. I missed out on her.
Yeah, so
wow.
That's okay.
So there it is. So we have a draft match. We have a draft matches coming up. We'll let you guys know. It will be on this channel. That is the plan. We'll let you guys know in the future. It's going to happen next week. So it should be fun. All right. So Luke Cage should undo the previous OTA nerfs to your cards. That sounds intriguing.
I don't know how they're going to code that.
Speaking of draft, have you guys
should be like a wacky weekend where they undo all the nerfs ever in the game.
Yo, Tech wants it to go back to a beta period.
The beta days,
beta
just for a weekend.
Yes, and I think that's a dope idea.
Yeah, give me my 2/6 Hellcat, my 2/6 2/8 Hellcat, my 2/6 Lady Sif.
Just the most broken. Everybody gets to do all the broken things that they want for a weekend, right?
Like Novas.
That would bring so many people back. I think
Nova Carnage used to kill the meta. You see how you guys get mad at how Handball and Professor X was. Carnage and Nova on the last turn used to upset everyone because everybody got +2. Your whole board, your whole side had +2 power. That is bananas. Good times.
Unfortunately, what would dominate would be like Zabu, Absorbing Man, Spider-Man. Lock you out of the game. You can't play.
Of course, Galactus.
Bring Surfer back.
Galactus Spider-Man. Yep.
Speaking of draft, if you guys didn't know, Oros and JJ Roke's chat draft is pretty interesting. I know you guys seen it. We've definitely all been using it. It just keeps getting better and better. So shout out to them for doing that awesome work. Now, we're going to go on to that wonderful tournament we had on Juneteenth, spotlighting and showcasing some of Marvel Snap's Black content creators and Black cards, both villains and heroes.
And celebrating Juneteenth.
Yes, and celebrating Juneteenth. We had two casters there that did some phenomenal casting. I could not believe how great they casted it for Pawnee's first time casting.
That's right.
You guys wouldn't even notice how great she was on that.
Pawnee's amazing.
Pawnee, you did a phenomenal job. Sino, as always, his color commentary was unmatched that night. He made it happen as well. And of course, the winner, the reigning, defending,
Champ is here.
undisputed Tournament of Power champion, Flash, ladies and gentlemen. That is right. So I'm gonna pull the curtain back, give you guys some fourth wall mentions right now that you guys may or may not have known while watching the tournament, and that was the tournament was pre-recorded, guys.
Surprise.
The only people who, well, Sino and Pawnee had no idea because they didn't see it.
Nope.
Nobody else knew besides myself, and of course all of the players. Prashawn kept talking in chat where he wasn't supposed to be because he's on the screen.
Like, pretty
But
It was a
But-
Spider-Man meme. They were like, wait,
like,
exactly. But even the mods was like, this is it. This is recorded. Like, yeah, again, nobody knew. It was pretty. It was done pretty well. Shout out to the team, all the players that played. I was surprised in a lot of the matches too because I didn't get to watch them. Right, I just put them together and got them ready for the tournament. For it to be, it was genius. Thank you. I wanted to try something out, and I knew people had times. People, have different life times and styles. So I just said, hey guys, here's the bracket. You guys play your matches, record them, send them to me before the weekend of Juneteenth, and I will put it together. And you guys show up and have a good time. So I didn't see. So at the same time, these guys were casting that crazy ending of the match between Flash and Prashawn. I didn't see it either. And so me watching it live at that time, it was so good. It was so awesome. And it was amazing. It felt phenomenal. So again, shout out to the wonderful team of players. I'm glad a lot of people got noticed. I know some of the players got back to me and said that people saw the tournament and now are following them. So that was the whole purpose of the tournament. And we do have some other awesome events coming up. So I just want to talk about it and ask a few questions. So, Pawnee, that was your first time.
Shout out to the production too. Before you get into that, shout out to the production too, guys.
Word.
Because we had a great producer in our ear, just running the whole
yes,
fucking
that man in
show,
the ear. That was
doing his
STG
thing.
talking to us.
We're revealing
Yes.
it. There it goes. There's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
man
I
behind the
was
curtain,
there.
the wise and
You
powerful.
organized
operator.
all of
I
it,
was
Yes.
telling Cena to
directing
calm
all of
down.
it.
Because he was charged up. People was like, "Oh man, who's in the air?" Yeah, that was me. That was me.
Yeah, I fired him
Um,
4 times, guys, but it's okay because I rehired him 2 seconds later. So we're good.
Did the
So I
Steinbrenner.
appreciate that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it was my first time ever doing that. My first time actually
Oh.
producing and directing an
Yeah.
event like
You
that.
killed
So
it.
it was super awesome. Yeah, I was telling him, "Hey, calm down. Hey, you're right." And at one point, I had the
Optimum, what's up?
I had the decks up, and
I did
an
get
ad
it.
started playing, and it was
Oh,
playing
yeah.
the Love Boat, and I'm like, "Sino, are you
You're
playing
like-
the Love Boat right now?
like,
Like, what are you doing?"
Are we getting love boat in our ears?
Yeah.
No?
Yeah,
Are you
That was the funniest.
First off, how you gonna
That
tell
was
me and
hilarious.
Pawnee this in our ears? We can't respond. We're casting right now. Like, how are we gonna respond?
No, we
back
don't
to
hear
you?
love boat.
Yeah, so I have to
Hilarious.
talk like out of turn. No. All right. Okay, they played here. No,
What is
no,
going
please.
on?
What the fuck are you
Minnie
talking
Morgan
about?
in the chat. Minnie,
Yes,
welcome in.
Minnie, what up?
Hello.
Mighty B,
Yeah,
what's up,
that was
buddy?
the
Welcome
most
in. It
funniest
was
shit.
run.
And then he's
Mighty
like,
B, thank you.
he's like, yeah, I hear the Love Boat. Ask chat if they hear Love Boat too. Hey guys, you hear show
You Love
dudes? like,
Hilarious.
do you hear Love Boat playing?
Can't
Guys?
wait.
No? Okay,
No?
no, nobody hears
Yeah.
fucking Love Boat, bro.
Mighty
like, I don't
B,
know what to tell
thank you for
you.
that, buddy. Yeah, man. Thank you for that. I put those videos together
Hey, so-
without watching them, right?
um,
By just matching everything. So that was pretty good. And I appreciate that. Yeah, we put on a lot of work and time into
Maggie
it, and I'm
Morgan.
happy that it turned out. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, Minnie Morgan's in the chat, and also a new member to Power On Gaming, ladies and gentlemen. Minnie Morgan.
let's
is also part
go.
That's right. Get
of
them ones
Power
up.
On Gaming.
Let's
That's right. Get those ones in chat.
go.
Please, I appreciate that.
Y'all getting breaking news on this channel right
Mhm.
now.
Yeah,
That's
Joey
crazy.
Cat.
Heard it here
Yeah,
first.
Minnie
Joey Cat, Minnie Morgan, more to
Let's
come,
go.
maybe.
Yes,
Who knows?
of course. More
Who
to come. Indeed.
knows?
Now, back to Pawnee. Pawnee, it was your first time casting.
Mhm.
How did you do? How was it? How was it working with Sino? How did you feel about it?
Man, I was so nervous at first because naturally I am an introverted person. So I was like, oh my God, me casting? But I feel like I wouldn't have done as a decent job as I did if it was not Sino, because Sino has such a very real, funny vibe, and he was so agreeable with me with everything. So it just felt like, oh, okay, I'm doing something right. Okay, I feel like, okay, I'm doing okay. So it just felt real, natural. So
Yes.
shout out to Sino
Great.
for casting. You're
Thanks,
so
Tony. I
good at it,
Nah, you
That's
was
and
awesome.
it was just easy to do with you. Like, it was just so
Thank you.
natural. And just shout out to Sino, and then shout out to SuperTechGod in our ear. Like, I didn't even know that was gonna happen, but that 100% helped me out so much
I love it. I love it.
in having everything flow so nicely. It just couldn't have gone any better than that. I don't know. It was just so fun. Thank you for inviting me. It
Yeah.
was just amazing. Just shout out to you guys. So good.
We
So
have
good.
to do another one. We have to do another
Yeah.
one. So another tournament soon with you guys casting
Hell
for
yeah.
sure.
Absolutely.
Now to the
That was
champion.
amazing. Yeah.
So as we said, it was pre-recorded.
Mhm.
You guys played your matches for the whole week. You know, game after game. I send you guys the update. I'm in the Discord matching you guys up, making sure it's private so the casters can see what it was. I was doing all types of madness to make sure you guys get your games in and send me the recording. How was that format for you? Did you enjoy it? And of course, I'm going to ask you about that last match.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was fantastic. It was, well put together. Everything was well set up. Everybody did an excellent job of getting their things done, getting their stuff in, and just, creating the image, right? And it was fantastic. And I must say, it was quite the unique experience to watch everything back, like, live as it happened, knowing you had already won, and you're watching back all of these things, and you're just like, this is so entertaining watching this from that perspective. Like, it was incredible, and knowing, right? So like, there was this countdown where I knew that moment was coming, and I'm just like, for that, the moment that everybody's talking about, I'm just like, man, it's coming, and I know it's coming, and nobody else knows it's coming. It's just like,
You're waiting for the bomb to drop. You're waiting for that reaction to just boom. Me and Pawnee were going crazy.
I was like,
whoa,
Baron
wait, he
Zima?
changed it to Castle Zima?
Oh, that was so good.
Wait, it's going to the other side? What? Like, what
all of
just
the
happened,
reactions,
bro?
What? Oh my
all of the
goodness.
reactions were great, and that was the first time I had seen Prashan's reaction to it. So I'm just like, man, this is gonna just
You
go
guys should
wild.
see Flash's reaction to it if you haven't seen it.
Yes.
Check that out. That's on my YouTube page
That
and all
is
that
classic,
stuff. But I'm just
bro.
like,
That is classic, bro.
And I know Prashan's not in the chat at the moment, but I'm sorry, Prashan, because now you're an adjective, right, or a verb or whatever. Like, everybody's like, oh, like in Terabang is like, oh, I got Prashan.
No.
Like, so now that's the thing.
No, Prashan.
So now me, Prashan, Castle Zemo, and Scarlet Witch are all tied together in the history of Marvel Snap. Period. From here on out, forever.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
that's
you're
correct.
right.
That is
Talk your
hilarious.
shit. That was a great play. Bro, people were saying that was match of the year. Like, people were so into that match. I've heard.
And they were, Sino, and watching it back, I'm like, this is not only, is there a great moment at the end and all of that, but watching through, it is a true masterclass of like how to snap and retreat. You're like, oh, nope, don't have it. I'm out of here. Like, it's cube management at its finest. The game went down to the last 2 cubes. And even at the end, even though RNG was the winner of the day, I still had to make the best play possible. And I'm like, okay, what is the best play possible? Okay, it's this, and we'll leave it up to RNG because that's all we got.
Snap, take the wheel.
That's it.
That's
all you had. That's all it was. Because literally, and literally what happened was I ran down what the possibilities were. And the only thing I could think of at the time, I was like, okay, Scarlet Witch could turn this into Rickety Bridge and we can win off of that. That's the only location I came up with. I'm like, Rickety Bridge, well, Rickety Bridge or bust, or like Altar of Death or Death Domain or whatever, right? Because I would have won on points if that was the case. So I'm like, all right, if everything gets blown up, Death Domain. There were like 3 locations. Mind you, Castle Zemo was not in my brain whatsoever. But I'm like, when you crunch the numbers out of all the locations in the game that could have changed to where I win, it's like 4. So like the percentage was super low.
Did you play Lotto after? I just want to know, like, did you go get a lottery
I
ticket
didn't,
or
but
something?
I should have.
You should have.
Super low.
Yes.
So
yeah, 'cause
like
the
I used up all
percentages
my
are
RNG
low,
right
bro.
there for a while.
Yes.
It was fantastic though. It felt great and it was awesome. And
Love it.
you know, I played, you know, I beat Smooth Op and then we beat Loopy Fist and then we had to beat Prashan twice to claim the title.
Which was
and it
poetic.
was just it was great.
It was poetic because Prashan was killing until him and Flash went up against each other, right? Classic game, right? Prashan goes down to the losers bracket and works his way up back to play Flash in the championship match. So that's like that couldn't be any better of a story. Will
I know, right?
Prashan finally get like will he beat him or will
he work out so well?
And ironically, if Castle Zemo doesn't happen, Prashan is in advantage, and Flash has to play him twice in order to win, right?
To win, right?
in this instance, it's like Castle Zemo really played a part. That play made a big difference because it turned the advantage to Flash. Flash beat him in the next match out.
It's just one of those moments that it's a clip that should be used everywhere. Like hell, I would venture Second Dinner should use that clip. You know, I'm pandering to myself here in Prashan, but
and
like,
I gotta
they
say,
should
bro,
use that
the
as
second
like a
game was classic too. It came all the way down to the wire. We just the first time was so classic that you can't remember all the classic shit that happened in the second one. So it's worth
for those in chat who did not see it. I'm going to show it now. That clip.
Please do. Y'all gotta see it. You haven't seen it.
There we go. I love this. We can run clips.
So let's do it.
We fancy, huh?
Yeah.
We fancy now.
Oh yeah, y'all get to see Flash's reaction.
A little okay. Let me check on. Okay.
So this is me, you know, I'll paraphrase over since I'm me talking. This is me going, this is me saying like, okay, it could just be Rickety Bridge. And this is me pandering to the RNG. Like, I just need to hit Ultron. This is me just like, I just need to hit Ultron because it was a 33% chance. The cards we had left in deck were Loki, Ultron, and Kang. So I'm like, if it's Ultron, we just win, period. And it wasn't Ultron, as you can see here.
Ultron.
And I'm like, okay, well, we lost because the RNG is not gonna bless me.
Did you see him sit up?
Because I'm trying to crunch the numbers. I'm like, wait a minute.
What? Wait.
He was just like,
let's go. Messed up his wires. We can see that. You'd have definitely dropped your whole headset. This is classic.
It was an epic moment because I'm like, I'm trying to crunch the numbers. I sit up and I'm like, wait a minute, that card comes over. Wait a minute. Do we have enough power after that? I'm like, I didn't account for any of it. So I'm just like, how does this finish? How does this game finish out? And man, I'll tell you what, that was a moment, and it had to be that. It was literally, and somebody made the example after. It was literally the Doctor Strange moment with Iron Man at the end of Endgame. It's like, this is the one moment. This is it. This is the one in whatever million, billion, trillion it is. Like, this is it. This is it. This is the only one it could have been.
And he said, I am Flash.
Facts. That was a great time. So to wrap this part up, if we had done it live, do you think the same outcomes would have happened? Like, do you think because it was recorded, you took your time, you were good to think about it? If it was live, what was your take? What is your take on that?
See, me, I think that if it was live as opposed to recorded, it would have been just as now, because you have to also remember that when you're running tournaments and plays like that, you have to operate like if you're live, your chat has to be in emote only mode, right? So you're not really you have to worry about the concern of having to interact with your chat because they're not like feeding you information or anything like that. So you're just looking back and forth to the emotes. So you're not really, so it's not something that you have to manage where you would normally as a streamer, right? Where you're like, oh, you're playing the game, but you're managing chat at the same time. So I don't think it would have been any different from the standpoint of how long I would have taken for plays and et cetera, because the chat understands this is a tournament and they're there to have fun. They're here to watch the tournament and they're just popping emotes into the chat. It wouldn't have changed my thought line. It would have been that, and it would have just been a different level of excitement having everybody watch that happen live. I mean, technically they still watched it happen live because they didn't know it wasn't live.
Exactly.
But like, so the reactions were the same. It's just, it wouldn't have changed my thought process any.
Do you
That's
feel
fair.
like
Okay.
my question is, do you feel like you enjoyed it more being that you got to watch yourself and watch how chat reacted
Like a
to
movie.
the games?
Right.
Or like
That
or you know, because if you're playing in a
Mhm.
tournament, right, then you're in the game. You don't give a
Right.
shit what chat is saying. You're
Yeah.
stressed the fuck out because you want to win.
Mhm.
You're trying to focus. This in the recorded way, did you feel like you actually got to see the game and got to relax and enjoy what happened?
That's an 1,000% great point, because yes, I definitely enjoyed it more, because just like what I said before, it's an emote mode, right? So nobody really gets to respond the way they want with their words and their own thoughts. They're just putting in random emotes, right? To
Right.
represent the moment.
Mhm.
So watching it back during a stream where everybody gets to comment and do what they want normally, it was definitely more exciting, like you say, watching it back like a movie, because I'm looking at I know what's going to happen, but it's still
Right.
exciting because I'm feeding off of the energy of everybody watching it for the first time.
That's right.
But I get it. It's the same thing. It's like when actors, actresses, they go to the premieres of movies and sit in with the crowd. They know what's going to happen. They know how the movie plays out,
Yeah.
but
Right.
they're feeding off of the energy and everybody's
Energy.
excitement
Yeah,
and how
that's a
much
good point.
they're enjoying the movie, enjoying the
Mhm.
moment. So
Right.
like, I think you're right. I think I enjoyed it more watching it back, because there's a
Mhm.
level of excitement that gets taken away from people not being able to express with their own words and
Yes.
just like in the moment. So
'Cause-
like, yeah, I
Mhm.
liked it the way it was.
Yes, because that chat blew up. At that
Yeah.
end.
Yeah.
It
That chat blew up.
did.
Now, for me, my mistake in that whole event was not watching every match leading up to it. Because if I did watch every match, I probably would have made that match the championship match. Because nobody would have known, right? Nobody would have known.
That
Because
is true. That is a
you
damn
still
good
played
point.
Prashant twice. You still played
Yeah.
Prashant twice.
That is
That's
a
right.
genius level point.
You playing
Wow.
Prashant first in the championship match early in the night.
Oh
Nobody
my
would have
God, I didn't even
known.
think
So
about the ability for that.
yeah, so that's
Yeah.
that's on
The
me.
edit, the showbiz
Wow.
that would go with that.
Whoa.
Right.
My
Showbiz
mistake.
You
magic.
just blew my mind right now.
Exactly. That's my
Wow.
mistake, because you still played Prashant twice. So I should have technically
Oh my
made
God.
that match the championship match, and nobody would have known.
Nope.
But I'm
Never.
happy that we didn't make it the earlier match, because we had more people
Mhm.
in chat at that time.
Yeah.
I think we did Dexter Ray and everything else
Uh-huh.
than we did at the end, because at the end it was late, like 1 o'clock in the
It
morning.
was
So-
getting late, yeah.
right. So
Yes,
I
yes.
think it played out the way it was supposed to. But if I in the future, if I did, I would have definitely
But it
started
was
the tournament earlier and made that.
Mhm.
it was funny kind of lurking in chat under a different name and just seeing all the comments and everything like
Burner
that.
account?
Yeah, well, don't worry about that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh.
But like, it was funny watching along, and I'm like, oh, I can't respond to any of this. So it was funny. It was funny watching Glazer and Safety Blade go, what is this crap?
Yes,
And why is it winning?
Prashant, we didn't talk.
yes.
Thank you so much for bringing that up, Prashant. They were getting at you.
Not
In
Prashant,
the
Flash.
chat.
Flash.
Flash. I'm sorry.
See,
I'm thinking of
see, I
Prashant,
get-
but Prashant was in chat. That's why. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Flash, they was
fair.
getting at you. I was the only one that was defending you, bro. I was saying,
Yeah.
leave
They
him
were really
alone.
coming for
And
you.
I'm like,
Yeah, I was
I
like,
had to
he
answer
got
after,
it.
like,
And-
days later. I'm like, no, I'm telling
Yeah.
you, it was lore based. It was a lore based deck. And it's like,
Yeah.
I just
How
had
do you
the
feel
unique.
about that, bro? Because they were going in. What is
Nah,
this?
it was-
Carlos? So
It was
how did
all
you feel?
it was all in good fun, because I think they both had missed the about my deck, videos earlier. So
Right,
like they were
right.
there after that. So that's fair. But at the same time, it was fun. It was great. It was fun having the quote unquote underdog decks, because out of everybody, my decks were the least synergistic overall. So I think, and it was just more fun to win with. And I think that gave me a bit of kind of an advantage, where some people were like, well, I don't know what exactly is happening. I'm not sure how to go about these shenanigans. And thankfully, like, Prashant's decks weren't built in a way where they could stop me from doing Patriot Ultron. I'm like, you're just not going to be able to stop me from doing it. So if I get to do it, I'm just going to win these games.
Right.
So like,
Mhm.
you didn't have any counter. There was no Cosmo. There was no
Right.
Killmonger. There was
Mhm.
nothing.
Right.
So I'm like,
Mm.
if I just get to do these things, I win.
Mhm.
right.
Right, and that
Right.
was the plan. That was the goal of the whole tournament, was to
Mhm.
spotlight 2 African American villains, or what's it called, cards at random. Right, you guys don't know.
Yep.
Like, I sat on a wheel and spun the wheel with the cards to give you guys your cards, right? So, and myself. So that was the whole point of it, to make it as fun as possible and not be too sweaty with all the stuff you just mentioned. So I'm happy that you guys had a good time, and that victory was awesome.
Had a great time.
Now, we gotta have more tournaments like that, guys. Don't you worry. We're gonna have a lot more fun. We have a lot more in store. You guys,
really
oh my
fun.
goodness.
Yes.
Shout out to Pawnee, because you wouldn't even known that was her first time casting.
Correct.
And she did a great job. And to speak to what you were saying earlier, Pawnee, it was so easy to bounce back and forth with chemistry with you. And I talked to Pawnee before this. I told Tech, because I seen your stream, and I was like, you know what? We should get Pawnee, because she has that energy that I can kind of match off of. And then once we did it, I was like, yep. Perfect. I'm so glad I made this choice. Like,
I'm just so glad it was you. You just we on the same vibe. It works out.
And Flash, great plays, bro. You did
cool.
that off wonderfully. The fact that they weren't feeling your card list, and then you come out as the victorious
and just win was
that's
the
perfect.
best.
Underdog story rises to the top and takes the belt. I love that, bro. Let's go.
Because even when I was explaining the decks in my videos, I'm like, yeah, this does this, and this, and I don't know.
They're like,
maybe.
yo, this is weird. And I'm like, yo, bro, but he's winning games. What you want me to tell you? It works.
Yeah. And I'm happy you guys did those videos. And thank you guys. I gave you guys some homework and you guys did it. So shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys also for doing
those videos were awesome, amazing. Thank you.
Yeah.
And if anybody doesn't know, right? So if anybody remembers the Black Panther movie, and like, remember Claw, Killmonger's the one who kills Claw in like the airport or something stupid at the airstrip. Claw is subdued by Mr. Fantastic in that storyline in Wakanda after Claw kills T'Challa's, father. So that's actually how that storyline plays out, which is why Mr. Fantastic was in that deck. But fun fact.
A little hidden gem.
And he used vibranium gloves. So
yeah, and if we do a European versus America tournament, I'm down for that. It doesn't have to be all Power On members, of course. We'll have all members of Snap, and that should be a fun time. And we'll have Pawnee and Sino casted as well.
Let's go. The dream team.
Now, of course, that's gonna be fun stuff. Now we go on to our next topic, which is everyone in the chat had to pull out their top 5 one-cost cards in the game, starting with, of course, 5 being the lowest, 1 being the best. So, because you guys are guests, we're gonna have Sino start off, so you guys know exactly how this works.
You guys are guests. We're gonna have Sino start off. How does that?
Yes. So they can see how it works.
They go first. If
you give us a refresher.
No, I'm giving you right. Come on, I'm putting you on the spot, not them. Jeez.
Lay the groundwork.
I got you. I'm ready. I put a lot of thought into this list.
I got variants. Last minute. Let's go. Let's go. Give me a card.
All right, here we go. Number 5. Y'all ready?
Yes.
Come on. You should know this already, Tech. Number 5. And you get slapped with that 5. Let's go. Mrs. Top 5, of course. Echo.
So she's
yes.
The
and
lowest.
You gotta bring up that Maria Wolf. There you go. Yes. She's only the lowest because if she's placed down on 1, you could kind of avoid her in ongoing. Although that Maria Wolf variant is so fucking nice that you won't be able to see it. It's like not even there, and people tend to put ongoing there regardless.
They do.
I don't understand.
So well.
She's invisible. I swear she has like an invisible ability that I'm missing.
And
I'd be playing on her.
You get when you slap an Iron Man or a Claw or anything ongoing, right? Oh, it's such a good, right there, just such a good feeling. Oh my God! So the 5 spot only right goes to Mrs. Top 5 on that one. All right, my next one is going to be Spider Ham. All right, number 4, Spider Ham. Spider Ham is good for ruining your opponent's strategy if that card is all the way to the left. If that's, you know what I mean? So I can't tell you how many times I've hit either a Hela or
got the Robbie. Okay.
Yeah, nice. That is a nice variant.
I gotta show you guys the variants. I gotta show you guys the variants. You really know.
Yes, it's good for just ruining a
all
combo.
Our listeners of the podcast, make sure you guys come watch that video.
Yes, just stopping your opponent for playing maybe a vital card that he needs. Nobody likes to get hit with the Spider Ham unless it's an infinite. All right, on to the next one. Number 3, we're gonna go Yondu. Yondu destroys a card from your opponent's card list at a random, so it could be anything.
Yondu, boo!
Yeah, you love Yondu.
Boo!
I believe 1-2.
There he is.
Yeah, he's a 1-2.
There he is.
There he is.
There you go.
I
You
like
got
this
it. That's
variant.
such a nice variant. Yes. Tag team variant. Love it. But yeah, Yondu can be your worst enemy sometimes, especially with Luke's Bar or Karmatage or something like that. Or sometimes even Bar Sinister. You can kill half your, well, not half, but most of your opponent's card list. And it can really mess up your day and mess up your snap game. So
Yeah, it's the
Yondu, shout
lowest,
out
not
to
random.
you.
That's right. It's the lowest card.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Remember?
So
They changed them. Destroy the lowest.
oh, my bad. Oh, yes, they did. My bad. Destroy the lowest
Yeah.
card in your. Yes, my bad. It used to
Always.
destroy any card at random, but now it's the lowest card in your deck. All right, number 2. I'm gonna give to my boy Sunspot. Let's go. Sunspot is vital, especially when you're first starting out in the game. When you're skipping, when you're floating energy over, Sunspot gets the buff right away. So gotta love Sunspot. Definitely a vital card for you to have if you're just starting out in the game, and also works well in high evo if you're already established in the game. So gotta love Sunspot. Works with the Infinite also when you gotta skip that 5 turn.
Yep.
All right, my number 1 has to go to my girl, Kitty Pryde. All right, Kitty Pryde is just vital for me because I love to play Hope Summers, and I love to play the Angela combination also. I love Kitty Pryde is just so vital. She's a 1-cost card that stays in your that comes back to your hand after every turn. She procs up 1+ power. She gets that Angela going. She gets that Hope Summers going. I'm sure I'm forgetting something else, but she works very well and bounce. And if you beast her back, she goes to a 0, and then you just wreak havoc. If you could get your Kitty Pryde procced up enough, your opponent's in for a hell of a day. But yeah, that's my top 5 1-cost cards, y'all. Kitty Pryde, number 1, baby.
5.
Let's go.
Nice.
I love it.
Well done.
All right. All right, you're up, Pawnee. What is your number 5?
My number 5 is actually Kitty. Although, because I love playing Kitty and Angela, Hope Summers, all that, like Sino, but I don't think you can just throw her in any type of deck.
Okay.
So Kitty is number 5.
Okay.
And then 4 is Spider Ham.
Okay.
Because, you can hit like a Giganto. You can hit an important card like Hela.
Yeah.
And then 3rd would be Nebula because you're kind of controlling the opponent. Like, play here. Play right here. And she can get real big. And then
yes, good for that. Yes,
would be Sunspot because I like playing high evil too, and getting Sunspot up there, and it doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt to skip energy, so Sunspot is nice. And then number 1 is Nico because she's very versatile. She has what? How many spells? 6?
7.
Oh, yes.
7?
I think it's 7.
Yeah.
Like what?
7,
Nico is a 1? That seems wild to me.
Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No Howard the Duck. Little Robot.
7.
Wild. No Howard the Duck yet. 7 spells.
Howard the Duck is crazy. Oh my god.
All right, Flash, you're up, buddy.
Okay, so
I like that list. That was good.
Yeah, here's my me and Pony clearly have
Flash,
a similar mindset, but I have my kind of honorable mentions, and you don't have to bring these up, but honorable mentions like had Iceman, Spider-Ham, Blade, X-23, Quinjet, and Deadpool, right? Because some of those, aside from Iceman and Spider-Man, have to fit in very specific places. So I don't really have them on a top 5. They can just kind of go anywhere type of cards, right? So that being said, number 5, Snow Guard. Okay, so not only quintessentially we put Snow Guard into collector style decks, Loki decks, etc. But honestly, you could put Snow Guard in other places as a good utility type card where she's a location control card, right? So yeah, maybe you don't want to play Scarlet Witch or Storm or Legion or etc. or whatever. God, never Rhino. But like it's a 1/2, and you get 2 cards off of it that you can utilize to your advantage later. Like it's just very good. People somehow forget a lot of the time when they're playing with Limbo that I got a Hawk sitting in hand, and I'm just gonna shut that off. on turn 6.
Right.
So yeah, Snow Guard is
Yeah,
very
it's the
good. I
worst.
think
I hate when I
overall.
play Magic and Snow Guard is there just
Yep.
ready to wreak fucking havoc, and I'm just like, oh,
That's
I
what
gotta
you said. That's
retreat
the
now.
limbo.
Yep. Number 4,
So
Kitty
number
Pryde.
5 is that. Number 4.
Because very much like how
got
Pawnee
Kitty in here. I
thinks,
love it.
I think Kitty is very good, but you have to you can't just put her everywhere. Like you can put her in places, but you really got to be doing like the Angela, Hope, Fina type of thing. I'm not saying she goes nowhere else, but you can't just put her everywhere. But she goes in a lot of places for sure.
Okay.
Number 3 is Sunspot. Okay.
Ooh,
Sunspot is Sunspot from the beginnings of Marvel Snap was a good card. Continued to be a good card, right? He kind of stumbled a little bit here and there, but Sunspot is still just even now when he's overshadowed by a lot of things, still just very good. Especially you're playing high Evo, you're doing those things. If you need a 1-drop and you're like, okay, I need a 1-drop that can like scale, and his Sunspot, like it's easy, right?
That's right.
And under that same guys, number 2, I have Nebula. And Nebula takes that thought process because as a scaling card and kicks it up a notch because Nebula is also a control card, right? So that's a thing that a lot of people seem to kind of, lord over a little bit with Nebula, where Nebula's a control card. Yes, she's a scaler, but at the same time, your opponent has to address it. You're like, okay, you play cards here or this gets bigger. So like, disregard that if you want. Now, if they're playing Destroyer, they're playing Killmonger, then they're like, oh, well, I have the answer for that. Then fine. But if not, they're going to have to address the lane, and you're controlling where they're playing cards. Like, period. She's very good. She's a control card, which is why you often see her in a lot of control and lockdown lists, because she's the quintessential 1-drop in those lists.
Correct.
And of course, one of the best cards in the game, period, and one would argue between her and Jeff, the best cards in the game, Nico Minoru. Like, there isn't a deck that you couldn't just put Nico in, period. Right?
Correct.
And like, so much so that I had it's funny because one of my tweets when I released my kind of destroy deck and I had Phastos in it, somebody didn't have Nico. They're like, oh, do you have a replacement for Nico? And then they followed up with the statement of, does Nico, I feel like Nico has a counter synergy with Phastos. A, I'm not sure how that's true. And B, Nico synergizes with everything. There is no deck that you don't want to put Nico in, right? And I will argue even further, more so than Jeff, because there are some decks where you're like, I don't think I got room for Jeff. Like, I wouldn't put Jeff in my destroy deck. Like, but damn sure Nico's a staple card in there. Nico just goes everywhere. But if you got an empty slot and you're like, I need a card, put Nico. Like, period. Nico's just universally awesome. So the 1-2, like Pawnee says, this card costs 1.
Right?
What the hell are we talking about? Like, oh my God. Remember, there's so many people.
7, what's it called?
If people remember before Nico came out, so many people were like, oh, I don't know, the RNG, man. I don't think this is going to work. I'm like, no. And I got videos before she came out. I was like, Nico's going to be great.
Yeah,
I'm telling you.
And
I'm like, Nico is like, if you missed on this card, I'm sorry that you don't have it. I'm really sorry. This is arguably the best card in the game.
That's
like, she goes everywhere. Nico is the one exception to the statement I made earlier about utility cards, right? Because she literally is like, okay, I don't have Nico. What can I replace her with? Nothing.
Nothing.
Can't.
Nothing at all. All right, you guys definitely had some great cards. I mean, some of them are definitely similar. I think I probably might be in the same boat, but I'm going to start off with my number 5, which none of you guys mentioned, and I think is very vital in any card list, mostly any card list, especially Bounce and Destroy, and that's the one called the Hood. The Hood, of course, with that 1/6 demon. I think we all definitely, listen, with a -2 at one point, Hood is still good at -3. People are still playing this card. And just to get that 1/6 demon, and you can destroy this card, whether you do it with destroy decks or any other card list, whether it be a nihilist as well, I think the Hood is definitely my number 5. And then, of course, my number 6. I'm sorry, number 6. My number 4 is Mrs. Top 5, Echo, of course. Echo definitely puts in that work, and like you guys said, she is invisible. I play this card anywhere, at any time, and people still play ongoings on this lane, which is mind blowing to me. So she's definitely my number 4.
It's because she doesn't have that cosmo.
Then my number 3.
Yes. Yeah, facts.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. My number 3, of course, this card and Infinite is still the 2 cards you guys see when you go to my YouTube channel in my banner, because these 2 cards got me very far in winning games and almost to Infinite my very first time. Sunspot and Infinite. Sunspot, such a great card. And like you guys said, from the day one, from beta, Sunspot never got nerfed or buffed. He's been a 1-0 from the start of time, and he's still a 1-0. And no, sorry, I'm wrong. He was a 1-1 at one point.
He got changed.
Yeah,
Yeah. He was a 1-1 at one point.
He needed to get changed,
but nonetheless, yeah, he was killing it. Nonetheless, Sunspot's such a great card, and in any card list, like you said, especially the ones where he's just climbing, especially in high evo. I guess especially if you guys are just starting off the game and you want a card list, Sunspot is the way to go. Sunspot behind armor, you got Jessica Jones, etc. You won't be upset. That's my number.
Glad to see him.
Then, of course, we get to the last 2.
I didn't know much about him.
We all mentioned Nico. Yeah.
Easy.
Great in that.
Easy one.
Then we have Nico Minoru. I mean, listen, we all picked Nico, right? Every last one of us picked Nico as one of our.
Well, not Sino. Sino sold on Nico.
No, I didn't pick Nico. I picked Kitty.
Wild.
I picked Kitty.
Yeah, Sino didn't pick no. Yeah. No. I mean, yes, right. Right now, as it stands,
Sino picked Howard. No, I did not pick Howard.
You can play Nico and get rid of that. Get rid of that domino on turn 2 and draw 2 cards and get your Phastos. Right. Nico's a great card. Yep. Like you said, Army Swiss Knife. There's no way she couldn't be in the top 5. And then my number 1 card, nobody mentioned as well, and I still to this day enjoy this card, and that is Black Knight. Black Knight is my number 1 card. This card in discard is just
a good one. I'm not gonna lie, I went by
being able to get that wonderful ebony blade. Yeah, this is my number 1. Big fan of ebony blade, and the Black Knight. So this is why my number 1 pick, of course. But yes, we do have those honorable mentions, like you said, Spider Ham, Ice Man. Those are also some great 1-cost cards. Deadpool, Bass, those Canova, right? Ghost Spider. These cards are also great. Yes, Howard the Duck. Shout out to my boy Tussin. But the one card we can all say we would never put on anything list when it comes to 1-cost is Archangel. They need to do something
with Angel. And he's getting a new variant too. And I'm like, come on, can you do something with this card?
Yes, I agree.
In my mind. That is that. All right. So we're all done there with those picks. Now we go on to the end of the event. I know you guys don't want to leave, but Watu's still better than Angel. Sorry to tell you that.
Watu is better than Angel.
You guys agree?
I would agree.
Yeah.
Quicksilver is better than Angel.
I would even bet Quicksilver is better than Angel too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Thins out your card.
100%. Yeah. All right. So this is the part of the show where you guys get to ask us some questions. And please tell us who you are putting the questions for. I'll put up on the screen and they have to answer it. So please, guys, get your questions ready. I should have mentioned this in the beginning of the event. Nonetheless,
Angel has such good
variants.
Any
questions? Angels does have some amazing variants.
Which is such a shame.
Any questions at all? Let us know. We're going to answer a few questions before we wrap up.
Great variants.
It does. Which
again, like that one right there, it looks so good.
Right, the Jim Lee is
like what?
Just loaded.
Howard.
Chibi's cool. Like,
yeah. Oh, let me stop that now. All right, back to us. There we go.
There's that half and half right there. I like the half and half.
Yeah, the half and half Angel was one of the best ones for a long time. Any questions, guys? Who is your favorite?
Robo got one.
Marvel character or card? Who was that?
Yeah. There we
go. Who was that pointed to? Everyone?
Oh, Brady. Brady's got a trolling techno.
For Flash. Who's your favorite NFL player
Marion
and why
Butts.
is it everyone?
Yes.
All right, everyone. Okay.
All right.
Who's your favorite Marvel character? Starting with you, Flash. Who's your favorite Marvel character?
Wolverine, easy. I don't even gotta think
Yes,
about
let's
that.
go, Flash.
Logan
Okay,
all
it's-
day, every day, twice on
Let's
Sunday.
go.
Look at that. Now they
Let's
finally.
go.
Now
Cyclops
they
is a
finally
lame.
connect.
Let's
Cyclops is
go.
not a lame, but nonetheless,
Wolverine's my guy. I don't now. To be fair, I think X-Men '97 did an excellent job of finally giving Cyclops kind of his just due.
His
The
love,
Cyclops
yes.
is
They
very
tried
like
to unlame him, but he's still
they-
lame. All right.
they kind of
Wolverine
buried
all day.
Cyclops a lot in years prior. But Wolverine's
Yeah.
my guy. Wolverine is just I love Wolverine. Just because he is, I'm kind of like a loner, in the kind of introvert style myself, right? So Wolverine's my guy because of all that. But Wolverine is he's a character that will show out for everybody, but he's not going to put it on display. He's got love and he's got respect for a lot of people, but he doesn't have to tell everybody about it. But he will be there if you need him to be there if he messes with you like that. Like,
Damn right.
that's why I like Wolverine. He's just there.
Damn right.
He's going to do his own thing, but he will show up when the time. Wolverine's like a New Yorker. Like, he's not going to talk about it. He's not going to make a big deal about it. But if you need him to be there, he will be there.
Oh yeah,
Like-
oh yeah, from New York.
right. We're all
New
from
York
New
over
York.
here.
Oh.
That's right. Pony, who's your favorite character?
Deadpool.
Ooh.
Hell
All
yeah.
right, so movie coming out.
Because I
Go
never
ahead,
was
Deadpool.
really into Marvel at all. Marvel Snap until I started playing Marvel Snap, and then I and also there's a backstory with Deadpool. Like, my first date with my husband was watching Deadpool 1. So it's just like
nice.
See, there you
on
go.
Oh, so there you
Valentine's
go.
Day, and we saw Deadpool 1. So
Yeah.
That's a great Valentine's Day
Deadpool.
movie to see.
Oh, yeah, Bear King.
Deadpool 1.
Right. It's got a memory attached to it. I love it.
and then card, I would say Thena. I'm really having fun with Thena.
Mm.
Oh,
So I'll
okay.
say Thena
Okay.
right now.
There
Oh,
you go.
for me, there was a card. Oh, he said card too. My bad. I didn't
yeah.
answer the card
Yeah.
question.
What's your card?
Dracula. Dracula, easily.
Ooh, great
Dracula's my
card.
guy.
Okay.
Great
Discard is my second favorite archetype in the game, and like,
Loves Hella.
get out of here. Not that discard. Dedicated discard. Not hella trash.
Okay.
Dracula has just always been amazing. I love Dracula because Dracula gets to do what he wants to do without being countered in any way. There was like before Red Guardian, like there was like 2 counters for Dracula, and only one of them was good, right? So like, and that
Yeah,
was
Red
before
Guardian's the
Lady
truth, man.
Deathstrike got buffed.
Deathstrike. Yeah, that was
And it
it.
was like, okay,
Yeah.
now she's good and she's playable. So now there's 3 counters in the game for Dracula, right? And Magneto's like a soft counter, right? Because it doesn't stop him from
Pull up
doing
the
what he
lane.
wants
Right,
to do.
right.
You just get to put it in a different place.
Yeah.
But Dracula's great. Dracula,
Okay.
people forget how good Dracula is because Dracula hits the board and your opponent's like, I can't deal with that. So like, what do I
I'm not
avoid
playing
this
that
lane
lane.
altogether?
I'm just done
Like-
with that lane. Facts. Okay. Sino, Wolverine is your guy. What's your card?
Wolverine. And my favorite card, has to be
Not Silver Surfer.
Paladin's got a great
it's-
question too.
I
Yeah,
would
we'll
say
pull them up,
Silver
yeah.
Surfer if it was Old Surfer. It's not Old
Okay.
Surfer anymore.
What's your
so
favorite card?
I'm gonna go with lately Taskmaster. I really like Taskmaster. Just being able to cheat out that copy of power in the next turn, I think is OP cracked.
Okay. All right.
And
Stalker's got a
that's
good
awesome.
question too.
and me and
Yeah, I'm
Flash
tagging
love
everybody.
Hella. We love
Yes.
Hella.
Okay.
Man,
All
get
right.
out of here with that nonsense.
Hella.
Delete that card from the game.
And
You'll be all
Nerf
better off.
Death. Flash said to Nerf Death and
Don't do
Deadpool.
this.
I remember he had
Nerf
said
Death.
that one
Oh
time.
my gosh.
That should be
Yeah.
7 costs now.
Okay. Wow.
How about that?
That is crazy. My favorite Marvel character would have to be no other than Miles Morales. I
Elias.
definitely like Miles. Miles is my guy. Love Miles
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
like
It's
Miles.
remind me of my son because my son is
Yeah,
Puerto
nephew.
Rican and black. So
Mm.
you know,
Yeah.
Miles is my guy. And my favorite card, of course, is the
already
Infinite.
know.
Of course, you guys already knew the Infinite. All
Is
right,
Mr.
so
Negative, fun fact, he just won't admit it.
no,
but
Sage
it's
is my
Infinite.
second best. So let's
Yeah, oh yeah,
Mr.
Sage
Negative
is,
got pushed to
no,
the bottom.
yeah, that's true. You know
See
what?
my
I'll give
Sage
you that.
green? See my
I'll
Sage
give you
green right? All right, next question from Stalker. Who is your favorite content creator not in the room? STG, we already know you're the third on the Snapchat. That's fair. That's fair. Who's your favorite content creator not in the room, guys?
That's a good ass question. Somebody
Yeah,
else answer.
Wait, I'm thinking. I really like watching ItsGuestGaming because I
Okay.
usually do editing
Okay, our
in the
co-host.
day.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Yes.
and ItsGuestGaming is usually on, and he's
Got
just.
my answer.
I love his food streams. I love his
Okay,
food streams.
you-
When he
you
orders
been
his
watching
burgers,
his-
they look so
And
good.
he just be
Okay.
eating lunch
He
on
just
the,
be
on the
eating it,
day.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, I guess it's
There
lunchtime.
you go. There you
Yeah.
go. All right. Sino?
I thought we do. Okay, so it's not, I thought Flash. I was
I can
ready
go
for
if you
Flash
want.
to
It's
go.
up to
Yeah,
you.
Flash.
Yeah, we go
I
Flash,
don't
go,
really
go.
have
Okay.
one off the top of the dome.
Fair. For me, I think about it for a second, but I got it. It's my good friend who's become very much of a friend of mine now is Perry Manilow.
Let's
Okay,
go,
and
Perry.
it's not just my man
Hey.
Perry is we have the same kind of thought line when it comes to stuff, right? We both like similar things in Snap, but we have a similar things that we like in life. Like we're both huge anime fans, we love fighting games, and it's just me and him have had a lot of conversations off of outside of all of these things. And he's just a great dude, and we have a great respect for one another, and we've have this kind of budding brotherhood over the course of time here. So Perry's my guy, and I will often be hanging out in his streams. Y'all see me there quite frequently. So yeah,
That is awesome. Okay. Sino?
I don't have a favorite. I literally don't have a favorite because I
You like
watch
surfing.
everybody.
with you.
Yo,
that's
I
fair.
watch Pawnee at night when she does her streams, and she be killing it all the way to like 2 a.m, and then I go to
Mhm.
sleep. Flash likes to save Midnight Crew, but starts at 7 o'clock. So I love that. I was like, yeah,
We
all
get
right,
there.
cool.
We
Smooth
get
out.
there.
If it gets smooth
I
out,
catch
you
Flash
know,
on the
too.
beginning part, yeah, and towards the end of his stream too. So I watch Flash. I watch Robitussin on a regular basis. Like, shout out to little
That's
Robo over there.
Yeah.
Tucker, I watch Tucker just as much as I watch anybody else.
The Pirate King.
Sino is lying to Minnie Morgan. Shout out to Minnie. I've watched a lot of Minnie Morgan's streams lately. But yeah, I don't have a favorite because y'all all my favorite. I watch all you guys.
Yeah,
I
I
stay
like that.
tuned in everybody's. I'm in
Nice.
literally in everybody's chat. No
Mhm.
bullshit. Even White Wing Brady, who is literally in everybody's chat,
He
will know.
literally
Right.
is.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm in everybody's
Right.
chat, just showing love and saying what up to everybody. Felicity, shout out to Felicity. I watch a ton of Felicity stream too. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's I fucks with everybody. So everybody's my favorite. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah, I'm with you, Sino. Power On Gaming is my
Steve
favorite.
Montana. Yeah, that's the real answer.
Yeah.
No bullshit.
Power On Gaming is my favorite.
I don't watch
content
Super
creator
Tech God. That's the
outside
only
of this
stream I
room.
don't
All right?
watch.
That's how I look at it. Power On Gaming is my favorite content creator out of this. You
Hilarious.
guys have been awesome. Yeah, no, I'm with Sino on that. I mean, I know it's a cop out answer. We got to pick one.
Wow.
It is. Come on now, you got to pick
It's
one. But
not a
nonetheless,
cop out, it's the truth. It's literally
difficult.
the truth.
It is difficult to pick
Shout
one.
out to
because
eggs.
you're
I
right.
watch a lot of eggs stream too in the morning. Like
what happens?
It's
yes.
what I
So
do. It's
exactly
like
what happens is at the in
I'm
night,
gonna pick
right,
my
at
favorite
nighttime,
TV show.
At nighttime, I'm watching everybody's. Right, you're watching everybody who's on because I'm ready.
I got
It's funny,
20
when I'm
tabs
sitting-
open. You want me to
When I'm
pick
sitting in
one?
the chair, I'm falling asleep. The minute I get out the chair,
Oh,
I'm
Sleepy
up now,
Tech
and
God.
I'm watching. Right, no, but I'm watching Tucker stream, Stalker, not Stalker. Let's see his name there. Flash, Pawnee, Smooth Op,
I have
Binks,
because I have
right?
my schedule of people I watch. Morning, you got eggs, you
Paper.
got guest.
right?
Yeah.
So I get you, but if I had to
Afternoon,
pick
you got
one
Sal, you
content
got
creator
Perry, you got
that
Steve.
I watch that's not in the room right now, that I do watch that's not in the room, I might have to say
saying, man.
it's Alex Cochia. That's my guy.
See, I'm not saying
been watching
hardcore
Alex.
I'm disappointed.
I've been watching
Like,
Alex
is OP.
when he had two people in his room and two people when he used to stream in front of two people. I'm watching
Yeah.
Mr. Cochia. I
Shout
gotta
out
give
to Alex.
Binks.
I watch some of his shit too.
Yeah, I gotta give Binks and Molt some love too because of them, they got me into streaming. And if I
Yeah.
didn't watch Binks or Molt, I wouldn't be streaming at all. So I have to give them love too, because Molt just cracked me up when I saw his streams, and then Binks, the way he was just so having fun with Snap, I was like, oh, I definitely can do this on stream too. So I gotta give shout outs to those guys. But yeah, if I had to pick one that's not in the room, I'm definitely going with Mr. Cochia.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like Alex.
Wow.
Now, for everyone,
You're not
do
gonna
you
pick
think
Sino?
Deadpool's
I thought
Diner
Sino
will
was
be
your favorite streamer.
cool or what?
Wow.
See, no, stop
Gonna
it.
ignore me. Okay.
Power On is my favorite stream. I already told you this, but everybody in Power On. Even the new members of
That's
Power
right,
On,
Roby.
Minnie Morgan and Doey Cat, because I watch your streams too, guys. So
Yeah, facts.
awesome stuff. Will it have staying power coming back? Will it have staying power coming back? I'm gonna start this one. Brown Paladin, I believe so. I think it's a new mode, so it will have people wanting to play and come back and play the game. What Second Dinner really did just now is put out those bundles to allow people to get back into the game at a low cost. For $24, you guys can get Shuri, Taskmaster, and Zero to play that kind of a card list. For $24, you can get Sarah. Yeah, did you know that? Did you know that?
I didn't
guys?
even catch that. No.
Oh, let me show you guys this right now. Look at this.
Yeah,
See,
I
so
wasn't
we
really
do stuff
sure what
live, baby.
That doesn't sound bad at all.
Well, no. Deadpool Diner is not that, but I'm saying as of right now, because he's talking about. Let me see what Seeing has it. This one here. He's talking about. Yeah, here we go. He's talking about the. Oh no, not that one. This one does. What staying power, and as far as staying power goes, let me just change the screen. The fact that they're doing this right now is pretty cool. So if you guys take a look on the website, on the web shop, for $24, you can get Zero Shuri Taskmaster and do the whole Red Skull thing, right? For those who've been playing, for those who played Snap and want to get back into it, like, hey, I can't get back into it. I don't have Shuri in these cards. Here it is for $24. Or if you just need Shuri, $10, and you get credits. So you're getting the $10 and you're getting credits as well. Now, if you want to, if you want to play Surfer, with Sarah Surfer, right, which is another great card list, you can get Ironheart Surfer and Sarah, which is a phenomenal Series 3 card for $24, guys. Or just a card for $10. Same thing with
the Destroy package down there.
Exactly. Isn't that this is phenomenal?
So being able to get Venom and Carnage is wild.
Yes. And Zola for $24. I mean, this is huge for people who haven't played the game in a while and want to come back and play. I think that's great. Now, as far as staying with Deadpool's Diner, I think, yes, it's a new mode. As long as you can't finish it quickly, as long as it takes time, I think it's going to be a fun new mode for people to play. How do you feel, Flash? How do you feel about it?
I think there's a level of staying power that it will lack for a number of reasons. First and foremost, I think people are going to breeze through it as quickly as possible because everybody wants the free card. First of all, this mode is great. You're getting a free card. I don't want to hear anybody complaining about, I got to play. You're getting a whole free card. You don't got to use keys. You don't got to use tokens. Free card. Okay. And the further point to that is, being an old school guy, a fighting game guy, I'm 41. And it's like the days of, just play the game and you get more things. That's how we used to, that's what we grew up on. That's what that's what we know from video games, right? Nowadays it's, pay a cost, you get DLC, you get this, you get that, you got to pay for it, right? You get extra characters. They're just like, hey, just play this mode and we're going to give you a whole Series 5 card for free. Okay, I'm playing the game anyway. Thank you. So I get it. Now, the reason I say it might lack some staying power is that if this ends up being similar to Conquest, we run into a bit of a problem. Because let's be honest, nobody likes Conquest except in Terabang. So we just
in a row.
Yeah. So Conquest to me, look, full disclosure, transparency, I got ADHD. Conquest is boring as all hell. Okay. I frequently miss out on some good variants because I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to play Conquest. I'm good. It's boring to me. So I'm like, it's too long. It requires too much of your time. It's a commitment. I'm like, and the rewards for the commitment, don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff in the shop is great. You get some resources, you get premium mystery variants. It's good. It's good.
I want to play 3 games max and be done.
Right. I don't want to.
Yeah.
First of all, and again, I didn't go through every single line of detail about the Deadpool Diner stuff. I know I'm going to play it, but I'm like, I would love that. Is it best of 1? If it's best of 1, great. I'll play all the games in the world if it's best of 1.
Then
I don't want to do Conquest battles. I don't want to do those. I don't. I can't. My brain, just no. So if it's similar to that, and I think it'll lose some. Now, where it could gain some staying power is if it's cycling out cards. So okay, next month it's a different card you can get for free by playing the mode, right? And they keep cycling out a card you can get for free, then that'll probably be really good for the staying power of the mode. But otherwise, you play it, you get Cassandra Nova, and then you're kind of just done with Deadpool's Diner? ? So
maybe.
yeah, we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
All right. What about you, Pony? How you feel about that?
I agree with what Flash said. I don't want to
Flash.
play another conquest mode, and I
I'm
think
with you.
I thought they did set it up where it would rotate, but no, it's only featured for Cassandra
For
Nova, and that's
Cassandra
it.
right
Bingo to
now,
the
I
beat.
think. Yeah, I think for we all waiting, but I think it's just Cassandra for now. Maybe, and I think this. Yeah, if you want to know, watch It's Guest Gaming video on the breakdown of the announcement.
Okay.
Sino, what about you?
Still don't know what the fuck it is. Honestly.
Okay, all right. So there you go. Great answer. All right, on to the next one. How do you pronounce organism? That's how you pronounce organism?
Yeah,
Organism.
Yes,
organism.
thank you.
Organism.
Because
I love that
yeah,
random one.
I made a mistake and called somebody something else when they came in the chat, and I felt so bad that
What
I
did
had
you
to, I gave
say?
Cell
like
Squad.
All right, it sounds
bittersweet.
like organism,
Yes.
but it isn't organism.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I got it.
And her name was Bittersweet Organism, but I definitely
Oh,
mispronounced
it's
it.
something okay, I got it now.
But she was cool about it. She
There you
wasn't
go.
mad. I did
No.
give her a goal pass for my mess up. But
Oh,
Although
you see what happens in
using
chat.
using the other pronunciation, bittersweet.
Yes.
Wow,
yeah,
I know. That
I
sucks.
just hey,
It sounds terrible.
yeah. So Stalker, thank you for bringing back up those awesome memories because that stream was hilarious. All right. Any other questions on words we can
Lufku.
pronounce?
I
we
almost
got one
lost
from
it there.
Lufku.
I got it back though.
Oh wow, I'm scrolling. Hold on, I'm sorry. We got questions. We got copyright from Sino Montana. Lufku,
right.
there we go. All right.
I copied
For
that.
everyone except Flash, we all knew yours. Most hated card in Snap.
Bypass me. Right now.
Yeah, we know you love Hella. So
Hella's
let's see.
garbage.
I
Delete the
think
card
we
from the game.
all
That's all I got.
already
Next.
know mine.
Yeah. Eliath?
Yeah.
Okay, Sino hates Eliath still. Pawnee, what's yours? J
it
Roto.
used to be
JJ
Elias.
Roke in the
It used
building.
to be old Elias, but
Oof, yeah.
I love all the cards in the game. No, I'm trying to
Hella really sucks, yo.
Oh, I know what
yeah.
you
Oh,
Playing live tonight, Sino.
actually, I don't know. Skip. I don't know.
Bam.
Okay.
Skip.
The card
Hella's the answer.
the card I despise the most is Cosmo.
Cosmo.
Wow.
Interesting.
It is one
Yeah.
of the most hated cards, I will say. If a
I
Cosmo
despise
gets
it.
sprung on you while you're
Wow.
trying to do some unrevealed shenanigans,
I know
it's
people
not
play
fun.
Cosmo in one lane and play Mystique in the other lane. Like, how dare
I
you?
like
I'm done with this.
Cosmo.
I'm leaving right now.
Oh,
How
mean.
disrespectful.
Yeah, mean.
I'm leaving you
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
how you stop Hella shenanigans.
Oh my
boy,
goodness.
he
Yeah,
goes.
you play Cosmo in
Okay.
one lane,
Oh,
play
roll.
Cosmo in one lane, Mystique in the other lane, and follow up with Eliath in the other lane. Bam.
I'm done.
Shut
I'm
all
done.
that Hella
I'm
crap
done.
off.
Next question.
Yeah, this is over. This is
What
not
do you
productive.
think about the most new cards being released as Pool 5? I despise it.
Ooh,
I think, to be honest with you, Alpha, they should have
that's a
cards
good question.
like, let me see which card I did not like that was up there. For example, let's take Phastos. Phastos should be a series.
Phastos,
Should be a
Red
series
Guardian.
3.
Yes, I
I
agree
think it should
with
be a
that.
series 3.
Mm-hmm.
Some cards should go to series 3. Some cards should be series 2. I mean, what card like Snowguard when it came out? Why was that a series
Oof.
5? That should have been a series 1. I mean, I think things like that.
Agent has to drop, in my opinion.
Tech
Yeah,
card.
we
another
need
tech card.
yes,
Yep.
yeah. We need
Mhm.
cards to start off at 3, 4, or 5. If you don't want to go 2 and 1, I get it, but 3, 4, or
Can't
5
go 2 or
because
1.
yeah, that's right. You can't go to 1. So 3, 4, or 5 because to me, I think they have room for 3 series 3 cards, and those can be the 1,000 tokens, right? 1,000 tokens, 3,000 tokens, 6,000 tokens. Okay, I just don't like everything being released in series 5. It just kills me. And you know what? Shout out to you, Alpha. You're definitely an old school player because you called it a pool. Appreciate you for that.
Facts.
You outed yourself, Alpha.
I love it. What's your take? Go ahead, Flash.
I think I agree with that 100%. I do think they have to be careful with things sliding into Series 3 because, as we all know, being longtime players, veteran players, Series 3 is a grind as hell to get through.
Yeah, Psycho
So,
Brand
like,
mentioned the same thing.
You
Yeah.
have to be
Yeah.
very careful about what you just put directly into Series 3. Now, but I do agree with the sentiment that stuff like tech cards and utility cards probably should not be Series 5 cards. Like nobody wants to pay 6,000 tokens for them. Even content creators with the resources are like, I'm gonna do it, but like I don't really want to, but I will do it.
Correct.
You don't want to you don't want to burn keys for those things. You know, you want the more obvious things. Again, I'll use the example of Red Hulk recently. Red Hulk, you want to even Thena. Like Thena's a card where I'm like, yeah, the resources fit because I'm like, she's strong, she's good at what she does, great card. But I'm like, the other stuff, Phastos again, Red Guardian, US Agent, Cersei, all these like tech, yes, all these tech. Cersei could absolutely be Series 4. I just think there needs to be, and of course you have to attach to a certain amount of currency of how much those things are going to cost, right? Series 5 could be 6K, Series 4 is 3K. Then you have to be very careful, like I said before, because anything into Series 3 is a danger type zone. Yeah, we could put Red Guardian straight into Series 3, but then how much? Yes, everybody would have loved Red Guardian to cost 1,000 tokens, but like, is that great for Series 3? Because now that increases the grind process for the new player, which isn't great.
Yes. So I kind of wish for the same thing. We should probably get a new series.
I agree with
Series 3 is getting way too big. So I agree with Psychotic Wolf on that.
Start pushing a Series 6 and start moving things around.
Yeah, make 4 the new
that's
3.
A great point, Wolf.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree. All right. So we get one last question, guys. One last question. I had our wonderful guests on the show for almost 2 hours. We normally don't do these type of long shows, but
I think it's our longest show. That's what's up. Let's go.
Yes, it is live. So why not?
Felt like 2
you guys
seconds
are here hanging out with us. So I appreciate
you guys made it a breeze.
Facts. All right. Yes, that's a good one. That's what I want to talk about too. How do you guys feel about Activate? So this new card.
Ooh.
Yeah, Pony. So just so you know, Activate.
What is it? I'm sorry.
I'm gonna break it down for you. No, I got you. I saw your face. I can read the room. Don't you worry.
I don't know what the fuck it is.
Pony, you didn't even have to say anything. I was going to explain.
I interrupted. I'm sorry.
I got you. No. I saw your face. So
like
I said, let me explain.
Howard.
Yes, exactly. Activate is a new ability for cards that will be coming out in the August season with the symbiote Spider-Man.
Yeah, Alpha.
Basically what happens is, like the first initial Kitty Pryde that came out, you will have to put a card down, and then when you're ready to activate its ability or its text, you click on it. So just like Howard the Duck, right? You have to activate Howard the Duck's ability, right? It says ongoing, but technically you click on him to see what the next card is. So they're going to have cards that allow you to activate. So once we saw this, that is coming out, I think Nico was the video that they showed. I guess Nico will now become
Nico.
Yeah,
I hate that idea.
Become active.
That idea.
Nico will become
to me, that's like a
now.
nerf to Nico.
Wow.
But that's interesting though, because I kind of like that idea, because if you have the ability to say the next card I play turn into a demon, but I don't want to that next card I play exactly, I don't want to be the demon. At least now you can select which one will become that demon, right?
Be activate.
Yeah, I think it'd be better. I think they're just using her as an example. I agree with
right. But we'll see what happens. But to me, I hope the one card I want to have this ability is Shuri. I know somebody on Twitter was like, no, that would look crazy, but I think Shuri needs it because she is so predictable right now. If I put Shuri down the lane, you guys will 100% know I'm playing there next. Yes. I think she needs the activate so that you can play somewhere else, and then when you're ready to play on her, you hit her and then play the card, and it activates. But yeah, I think activates brings another layer of chess playing to Snap, so I'm happy for it. I welcome it. Let's activate the infinite buff. But that's my take on it. On activate, I'm intrigued and I'm happy because I think it brings another step, another layer into the gameplay. So we can activate Hela to bring back cards in the correct lane. That would be amazing too. But now that you know what activate is, Pawnee, how do you feel about it? We'll go with you first. How do you feel
I like it. Like you said, it adds another layer to Snap, makes it interesting, something fresh, new to Snap.
Agreed.
It's kind of giving me Yu-Gi-Oh vibes a little bit, like that card or something. It activates. I came from Yu-Gi-Oh, so I was like, okay, I'm down with going down this lane.
Yes,
not
activate. We need a Monster Reborn. That's all we need. We don't have one of those besides Hela.
Yeah, that's like Hela. Yeah, basically.
We need one. We need one. We have my bad. We have Ghost Rider.
Okay, yeah, Ghost Rider. Phoenix Force.
We need a Swords on Revealing Light or a Change of Heart. We don't have a Change of Heart. We don't have a card that we can take from our opponent and put on our side.
And we're gonna save
That's
that
what
for
we
the
need.
Yu-Gi-Oh cast.
Yeah, no.
All right, go ahead, Flash. How do you feel about Sino? Well, we go with Sino first. Sino, how do you feel
Go
about
ahead, Sino.
Activate?
I like Activate. It gives, in a world of RNG,
Zemo.
gives you some
Yes, you guys are
control.
Zemo.
So I like that. You know what I mean? Some sort of
Phoenix
when you
Force,
know
right.
you're gonna proc your card off and really just give you some sort of control. So like I said, in a world of RNG, I'm glad we are getting a little bit of control back to us in the game.
Ooh, I like that.
I like
Yes.
that, Overlord.
I like that, Sino. That's good call.
Thank you.
Yeah.
A card that brings back destroy cards like Hala does with this.
Yeah, let me get
it's
that.
It's called Null. It's called Null. Toxic
No,
Overlord.
Null doesn't bring back cards. That's not fair. He just
He
gets
just
power.
accumulates
Power.
their power.
Yeah,
Yeah, nerf Null. Nah.
Go ahead, Flash. What's your take?
First of all, let's put Toxic Overload on a pedestal for even suggesting that. Thank you so much. The Destroy crowd appreciates you. So, I think Activate could be very good. It's fun with the prospect of getting a new keyword in the game. And the fact that it seems like it is going to happen is very fun. And honestly, at first I'm thinking, oh, that might be a nerf to Nico. I know they use Nico as an example as a placeholder, but if she does end up getting changed to an activate ability, that might not be terrible because again, as a destroy player playing Nico in a destroy deck, maybe I want to put Nico down on turn 1, but she hasn't procced the right spell yet. So that means I wait till 2 or whatever until she hits the right spell, the destroy spell or the +2 spell.
Correct.
And then I'm like, okay, let's activate her for this turn. Then I play my Deadpool. She blows it up. It gets bigger. I kind of like it. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I was gonna say it sounds appealing, doesn't it? I thought you were saying like it doesn't sound appealing. I'm like, no, that sounds kind of cool.
Select the card I want to turn into a demon, right?
Yeah,
I get to select the card I want to
came
move
full
to
circle on Nico getting
what
that
archetype
change.
you're running, right?
I like
Depending
it.
on what archetype you're running, you can control
but
that.
I think there's definitely a lot of cards that would be very interesting. One of the cards that's on now, which is Anya, one of the move cards, like that ability on that card, she's currently data mine is a 2/2 and she activates and then you can the next card, was it the last card you played gets +2 and then moves to the right. Move is getting ready to be crazy again. But like awesome. I think activate is just going to be fun. I think overall a new keyword is good, and I think this one stands to be very good as long as it doesn't break the game like Kitty Pryde did when she first came out. But I assume there's a lot of testing and a lot of stuff. But because if there's ever a moment in the second dinner development meeting or room that's like, okay, let's make sure we don't kitty this up.
Exactly. Let's not kitty it up.
It's this.
Yeah. Facts. All right, guys. Awesome. Thank you for answering those questions. Thanks for asking those questions. This is the wonderful end of the podcast. Like I said, I had these guys here for 2 hours. I appreciate it because chat's here. It's live. We're interactive, having a good time. We're going to have some more live episodes, of course. But again, if you guys just want to hang out with the Power On members like we are right now, you guys could go check out their streams. Of course, Gaming with Flash X. He is the Midnight Crew. Pawnee Pun is the official Midnight Crew. Sino, he's on vacation, I guess. He streams when he wants. Come hang out with me.
Casting and doing all these events and then
that's fine.
Family graduations and
he's on vacation. And of course, you guys can hang out with me until I fall asleep on stream. So appreciate you guys hanging out with us.
Also, hold on before you end off. Don't forget, we got Brooklan coming up. July 12th, guys, come hang out with us. Flash is gonna be there because we're gonna force him. And guys, come hang out with us at Brooklan. We got the Tucker Arishem tournament coming up too. That's gonna be fire. That's the 6th, I believe, right? Tech?
That's correct. That is the 6th.
Let's go. So we got that coming up. We got a lot of great events coming on this channel. So follow this channel if you're not following this channel already. Or go subscribe to the Power On YouTube also, so you guys can see what happens after the fact, just in case you didn't catch what happened on the channel. All right,
that's correct.
And since he did the introductions in the beginning of this, he introduced our guests, but he didn't introduce ourselves at all. That's STG, and I am the top 5 best snappers in the world. Sino, because I snapped that high fire, you heard? And we all rep that Power On all day. Let's go.
That's right. All right, guys. Peace.
Top 5. He just doesn't defend his titles.
Man.
Oh my gosh.